safe space.
My safe space.
Bulletproof windows. If you do not like me, you are not allowed in my safe space.
My safe space.
Look and you will see there's a very select crowd in your safe space.
My safe space.
People that support me, mixed in with more people that support me and say nice things. Rainbows all around me. There is no shame in my safe space.
My safe space.
Bulletproof windows.
I am going to tear down your safe space. Brick by brick, I shall smash it with glee.
What? Who is that?
You cannot stop me from getting inside. I am cold and I am hard, and my name is Reality.
Oh no, not Reality. Somebody stop him. I'll take care of him, Jenny.
You can't ruin our lives, Reality.
Our safe space will keep you out.
Rot, we can face almost anything.
But Reality, we can do it out. Bulletproof windows.
Troll safe doors. My safe space.
How's that?
All right, everyone. Thanks for coming to help raise money to stop shaming and put hamsters through college. What'd he say? And now a woman who knows about shaming firsthand, supermodel Gigi Hadid.
All right, everyone enjoying themselves? How's that filet mignon?
Go ahead.
You know, we're all here for a really important reason. Because everyone should have
Randy,
a safe
we've got a
space
problem.
wherever
What?
they go.
Reality's here.
But of course,
He's trying to
that
crash the
takes a lot
party.
of effort,
Reality?
a lot of resources.
Who let him in?
Also,
Shit!
is that with your donations, we have
Nice wine, huh?
shame
What do you think of that?
worldwide.
You know what I think of your pretty flowers? There you go. How do you like that?
All right, buddy, let's go.
I shit on all of you.
Seagal?
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you! Give me that, you stupid bitch. What a lovely charity event. I suppose you're all feeling pretty good about yourselves, hmm? What have you done? You've raised $300 by spending $500,000 on filet mignon and crystal glasses. Look at you, Vin dipshit. You say fat shaming is wrong, so in response you show off your abs. You're the one fat shaming, idiot! What's the matter with you people? You're sad that people are mean? Well, I'm sorry. The world isn't one big liberal arts college campus. We eat too much. We take our spoiled lives for granted. Feel a little bad about it sometimes. No. You want to put all your shit up on the internet and have every single person say, hooray for you. Fuck you. You're all pricks.
Who's this?
Yo, this is me, JBO.
Oh, your name's Booney, apparently.
Yeah, this is John Sam Booney.
I didn't have time to change that. I don't even know if I can change that. Is that text?
Who cares? Leave me Booney.
Yeah, there it
It's
is.
fine.
Oh, I can do it. Hold on.
Alright, put John Wojtek up.
Ooh. John Wojtek.
My brother's gonna love it.
There
Wife's
you
gonna
go.
love it too.
Nice. I have to fix your camera now. What the fuck?
It's my fault.
Oh no, that was you. It's your fault.
I'm finishing cleaning this shit and I'm gonna sit down and stop moving, I promise.
What are you doing? Cleaning your socks?
No, I'm actually cleaning where my keyboard and mouse go because it's downright disgusting, so...
What the hell's in it?
Candle wax and fucking... lot of fucking weed remnants.
Candle wax. Why is there candle wax in your keyboard?
Because I had this candle set up and like I was tilting it this way and that way to get more wax out of it so it would burn brighter.
What is it, a fucking midnight vigil? Why do you need a candle?
I don't know. I wanted a fucking candle.
Are they scented candles?
Yeah.
You're one of those people. My mom.
It relaxed me. I'm not really. I wasn't, but the girl that I've been hanging out with got me into it. So.
How's that going?
Fucking awesome.
Oh yeah. Details.
No, there's no details to tell. I can tell you that everything that I should never tell you has happened. So.
Everything that you should never tell me has happened. So that
Yeah.
means you A, got laid, and then B, she gave you a steamer, Cleveland steamer.
Oh, stop it.
Does she touch your asshole?
Under the normal sun has happened that I shouldn't tell you. And I'm under strict orders not to speak about it.
You're under strict orders.
Yeah.
From who? From her?
By her.
Does she actually know you do she knows about Pod Trash and that you do the shows?
Yeah.
Does she know about what happened to you?
She saw on, she knew about it on Twitter and everything, and she saw that, I wasn't there, and she obviously wanted to know what the fuck was going on, and I had to tell her what was up, and...
But I heard you landed on your feet, so things, kind of worked out for the best.
Yeah, it's all good, dude. I'm fucking making money, and she's still happy with me, and now I have opportunities to make even more, so whatever.
How does that work, though? I mean, it happened so suddenly. You were able to find something else that quick? Was it just like...
No. I'm just working for small companies now, doing extra shit that they need. Like, I'm not doing... Like, I don't have any other full-time gig. My full-time...
Contracting, like you're contracting.
Right. My full-time stuff is still my severance from there and benefits, and they don't run out until the 1st of October of next year.
Did you have to go for did you go to college? I don't know. I've never.
Yeah, junior college, I went for criminal justice to Luzerne County Community, and then I went and got my bachelor in computer science at UK in Lexington, Kentucky.
So not like no trade school, like where you have to go for the certifications, like 8+ certification or anything like that?
My last year in UK, I got a partnership. Well, not a partnership, an internship with that one company that I worked for, who ended up being bought by a huger company and then a bigger company, and I just used my skills and showed them that, this is how this will integrate with this, and I, said, give me this much money if you want it to happen, so I kept getting raises.
Did you take out like a student loan, or did your parents help go to college?
My parents helped for me for about half of it. I only ended up with about 30 grand at the end. All of my community college shit was covered by grants. And the UK shit was like 35 grand. My parents did half, and the other half's fucking paid. It's over.
Yeah, see, my mom and dad sent my brother through college, and he's still paying off his loans now. And so, I mean, he ended up, owning his own business, but nothing like major happened to where they're like, you know what, fuck this.
Right.
Bad idea. So they didn't even bother paying for me. I mean, I could have gotten a loan and did it myself, but I just didn't. I just didn't go that path. I probably, if I went if things worked out normally, I probably would have been one of the people who went to like trade school, got certification in computers. Because, I mean, that's all I was doing. I was on a computer all day, all fucking night.
I mean, even if you don't have certs and shit, and you have the knowledge, and you can get on the phone and talk circles around somebody who claims to have a degree, you can get a pretty good job, so...
That's what I always say. I always said that. I was like, I mean, okay, a piece of paper is a piece of paper. If you can walk into a job and show that you have more knowledge than someone who does have a diploma, I don't see why you would hire that person. I guess they figure this person's more reliable because they went to school and showed up to classes.
Yeah, they'll put the effort in. But you can also get in the room with the right person that speaks your language, and you're like, okay, this is the guy we need. We're moving on. So, I mean, that's usually what's happened to me. So, it's been, knock on wood, lucky. I've done well. I'm happy.
Yeah, I don't know. My path in life has always been like, I want to start my own thing.
Well, knock on wood as far as my career. I have other major problems that I can't knock on wood over, but I can knock on something else over.
Yeah. A pill bottle. You can knock that over.
Yeah, you want some?
Yeah, give it to me through the computer.
All right. I'll give you one through the computer. Hold on.
Wish. My fucking camera. I don't know what's going on with that. Why it's
I'm walking backwards. I'm like 5 feet away now. Here I come.
all right, there we go.
All right.
I hear the rattler.
Which one?
Do you carry that around all day, like in your pocket?
No. I just take like what I need. Like I put like,
morning?
3, 4, whatever I need in. And if anybody ever wants to bother me, I will produce my CSA fucking
Oh, you bastard.
proof. Those are
yeah,
all my
those.
blues. They moved me from the 15s to the 30s because
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it just hurts so bad.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh
So
my
now you get the
God.
same amount more powerful?
I got twice the amount more powerful. And then there's the other one from the last prescription that I didn't take.
You know, if someone was like in your house right now, they would beat you up for that.
Come fucking get me. I'll fight you.
I might do it.
I might win. I might lose.
Oh, it's been so long.
Bring your
It's been like
friends.
fucking 5-6 years for me since I've taken a pill.
I'm gonna tell you what. I just fucking dropped one on the ground and I almost don't care.
Yeah, you'll find it one day when you're out
Well,
for some reason.
My
The
dog
doctor
will
cuts
fucking
you
die.
off. Now you're gonna be crawling on the floor like I used to. Like, oh, see, I never had a prescription. That was the problem. I think I'm glad I didn't, because I think if I did have a prescription for pain pills, I would have been still on them now.
Right. Well, I mean, here's the thing that I do. I mean, I get my prescription, and then sometimes I get a little extra from here or there. And
Are we seriously watching you searching for a pill on the floor?
I'm gonna need to go ahead and count and find it later. We're done. Cause I think I dropped one, and it doesn't really matter.
I used to meet this kid. He's like this younger kid who was probably like 17 or 18.
And then these.
I used
Hold
to
on,
meet
we're
him.
not done yet.
I used to meet him in a parking lot, and he had this old man he knew that lived in his neighborhood, and this guy was in a wheelchair, and he got a prescription for the pills, and for some reason he just sold them all, like the entire bottle. Like right when he got the prescription, he'd sell the
Idiot!
bottle.
You're asking to fucking get called in for a count and lose them all.
But I used to go to this kid, and he thought they were the 5 milligram pills, but they actually turned out to be the 10 milligrams. So he was selling to me at a 5 milligram price.
Fuck
So I used to
yeah.
meet up with him, and this kid had no idea what he had, so I'd buy the entire bottle.
Yep.
And I walk around, at work all day with that bottle in my pocket, and that was my daily routine.
I've been there a couple times where it's like this shit has to go with me, otherwise it's the day's not gonna happen.
The beginning of the day used to be I'd wake up, get ready for work, and on the ride to work.
Did you always do
pull a
the
bunch
ERs, or do you ever do IRs?
No, I did. I always had like the perks,
Well, they're
the yellow
IRs.
perks.
But
What
you
is
said
it?
at the end you said you were doing 80s, right?
Yeah.
Well,
either.
they're all that's ERs. So
I don't know what the fuck ER or IR is.
fuck time release. That's little kid stuff.
It is little kid stuff. That's why you pop them in your mouth and you
Suck 'em off.
lick them, and then you rub them on your shirt and you take that all off.
This I know, but blah blah blah.
Yes, of course you know.
Well, it's been
I
prescribed.
think a lot
to
of
me.
people here know. We were surrounded by degenerates.
It's been prescribed to me in the past, and I had my local doctor here had, I told him what I was on when I was in northeastern Pennsylvania. I'm like, look, I was on Dilaudid for fucking 6 months. He's like, who the fuck gave you Dilaudid? And he's like, give me his name. I'm like, Ira Grossman. He's the head of northeastern Pennsylvania's Neurologic Society. He's like, oh, all right. So he stopped.
Is your doctor
prescribing.
like a
Like he was
dick?
ready to fucking call up.
Yeah, you're cutting out a lot. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Is your doctor like a dick? Because when I used to go to the doctor for, I used to get Suboxone, like when I was trying to get off the pain pills, and every time I'd shut up, he'd go, "Oh, the Suboxone train's here."
Slow it
He was one of
down.
those doctors, and then like as I was in his office, he would brag to me about how much money he was making prescribing Suboxone. He's like, every script I write, that's $50 in my pocket. It's great.
And it's bullshit. They should give you fucking buprenorphine.
Well, that is what it is.
No, Suboxone is not.
Is
not
buprenorphine
Subutex.
and naloxone mixed together.
Subutex is buprenorphine, and then
Yeah, pure.
there's that with Noxolone.
Yeah, but they're both buprenorphine. It's just one's with naloxone in it, and doesn't make really any difference.
Yeah,
it's supposed to deter people from shooting it.
No,
doesn't do
dude. But
anything,
that Noxolone knocks off the third mu receptor. So there's three mu receptors for your opioids. One is the fucking euphoria. One's the pain relief, and then three is the like the nodding and whatever. So
There's a nodding receptor in your brain.
Yeah, it's to let you fall asleep. So
didn't know that.
buprenorphine will give you pain relief and let you fall asleep. It won't give you euphoria. You take that shit with Noxolone, and it knocks the shit off of the sleep. So it'll only give you pain relief.
I don't agree with that.
Well, that's the way it's
When
designed.
I first started taking those things, they definitely did fuck you up.
Oh yeah, first, absolutely. So but you never took Subutex first, right?
I never got that. They wouldn't give those out anymore. It was only the Suboxone. He said that Subutex, that people abuse them too much, so they don't.
It's
they
true.
Don't prescribe
People use them as a bridge to just make it to the next fucking set of oxys.
Oh yeah, they'll fucking put those pills into a needle and they'll shoot it into their arm,
That
just like
they
they
could
did
do.
heroin.
I've never done that. It's a bad idea. I've used Suboxone a couple times to fucking taper down, and I just did that last week, and I'm going to the bathroom.
Yeah, but then how are you still using the pills? Like it blocks that. It makes it so you can't even take a pain pill.
Well, no, I did my detox. I'm ready. I'm good. Tonight's the night.
So your plan was to take Suboxone to taper down and then go back on the pills?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Suboxone, I buy my own Suboxone from whatever, and then I taper myself down to about like a day before I'm totally done withdrawing, and then my poop turns into liquid, and I go back on to the oxycodone that I'm prescribed.
I heard you were having issues taking a poop.
Yeah, when it made it to 9 days, that's when I decided it was time to taper.
What did you do? Did you have to you tried going to the bathroom and you couldn't?
Yeah, it just wasn't happening. There was nothing there, nothing blocking it, nothing made it there. I was almost ready to go.
How did you fix the problem? What did you do?
I stopped taking oxycodone and started taking buprenorphine in smaller and smaller and smaller amounts until my poop came out.
That must have been a huge poop.
It was like in chunks and pieces. So yeah, if you added it all up, sure.
My worst experience one time with that was I tried to go to the bathroom and it was so huge I stopped because I was like, this is not coming out. So it was like 3 a.m. in the morning and I drove around to every store I could find to see if one was open. I couldn't even sit down on my car seat. I had to like hover above the seat because it was like poking out. And I was like, oh, this hurts so bad. I went into one gas station and the guy's like, yes, you gotta take grape juice. Grape juice will help you. And I'm like, dude, grape juice is not fucking fixing this. It's already like sticking out. It's not like it's in my stomach still. He's like, oh, fuck you then. I don't know.
You told some Indian guy that, dude? I'm like,
Yeah.
I need some latex.
It was just me and him in
KY
there.
jelly.
It was 3 a.m. in the morning. It was just me and him. He was never going to see me again, so I had no shame. I'm like, yeah, man, I can't get it out. He's like, I know what to do. You take the grape juice, you drink the grape juice. I'm like, that's not fucking working. It's already hanging out. He's like, oh, no. I don't know then. Then I left and I ended up going to 24/7, like a Walmart, I think it was. And I bought those Fleet enemas. Do you know what those are? Yeah, they look like they have little bulbs on the bottom with the gel, and then you have to stick it in your asshole. So I went home, and you have to like get in the right position. You could either do like on your side and curl up into fetal position, or get on your knees and bend over like you're taking it up the ass.
I've never.
And you squirt it in your ass, and it's like this really painful burning sensation. And next thing you know, you run right to the bathroom, and it just shoots out like a fucking cannon.
I've only ever taken like Fleet's phosphosoda to clean out my insides, so they can do like a colonoscopy and a upper GI on me, and that makes you poop like crazy. But I've never had to Fleet Eminem myself to end my problems. But my go-to is latex gloves and a little KY liquid, and
No.
you pop out the one that's the offender, and the rest comes out.
That's definitely like when you know things have gotten really bad. When you're bent over with your own finger in your asshole, you know that things are bad. You like I should
and you're
stop.
149 pounds and you can squatty potty on your own potty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the worst things that made me hate taking pills. Is like I was always constipated. And what I ended up doing was I buy this like powder. It was like fiber powder, and it was in a container like this big.
Right.
It's tasteless, supposedly. You take it out and you add it to any food or drink you're having, and it's supposed to the fiber will like soften it up and help you go to the bathroom.
You're talking about like Metamucil or some shit.
No, it was some other shit. It's like you could only buy it on the internet, and you add it to food.
Heads up for all you maniacs out there. If you ever want to take a poop today, this is what you need: Seneca S.
Yeah, it's sort of like that.
Sanicides and Ducosotine. And if you ever screw yourself up on opiates and you want to stop and you want your fucking dopamine levels back the way they used to be, L-tyrosine is what you need.
Brought to you by L-tyrosine. That's what people tune in every Friday for, to learn how to take a shit
Oh, I forgot about these.
when you're on opiates.
Look what I found.
Oh, wow. What is that?
10 through 25.
Acetaminophen, yeah. Those are perks, are they?
Yep, 10 through 25.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, who the fuck would want these, though?
I'll take them. I would get so fucked up if I took one of those now.
Sure you would. I would never send them to you, though. I wouldn't do it to you.
No.
I'm sitting here
I have no
tempted-
desire, honestly. I have no desire anymore.
Well,
If you would have asked me like a couple of years ago when I was like fresh off of tapering off, I probably would have.
Yeah, don't do that.
I
I'll tell you
just-
here.
yeah, it
quick
doesn't appeal.
advice. If you want to quit, B1 once a day, L-tyrosine 3-4 times a day, 500 milligrams. And when you want to sleep, melatonin, or tell your doctor that you can't sleep and just tell them that's your only problem and you'll get Ambien.
I hate Ambien. I can't take that either.
It's more like a hypnotic. It just lets me stay up but not feel bad, you know?
No, Xanax or Ambien. Anytime I take those, I feel like a zombie. It just makes me feel drunk and uncoordinated. You're supposed to take them and go right to sleep, but most people are like, no, you got to fight off the sleep and stay up so you can feel that feeling. I'm like, I don't like that feeling though. I don't.
Speaking of Xanax, I have a prescription for that somewhere.
So is that that you're gonna be a walk-in pharmacy?
Well, I'm.
You're like my mom.
They're giving me benzos to help with the pain medication, and
Is that what we want though? Is that the solution, to have everybody on fucking medication all day? That's like my mom. I'm not even kidding. She has like 10 bottles of pills. She has to take a pill every day.
it's that or I won't be here, dude. So, and if you're not gonna give
You'll
me this
be
shit
here.
on the CSA, I'm not taking it. So, see you in 6 weeks when I tell you that when it doesn't work. So let's play your baby doctor games if you want. We will, but I'll get what I want.
You'll be here. Why wouldn't you be here if you didn't have them?
If a doctor or if all the doctors in the world said no more opioids, no more benzodiazepam, no more anything, I would not be here anymore, dude. There's no reason to.
They're
I'm
never
in
gonna
so much
say
fucking
that.
pain, dude.
No, they'll never say that because they make so much fucking money off of it.
Right. It's an argument every time I go anywhere. They're like, you're 34 years old. Look at your back thing. It's not that bad. I'm like, dude, it's real bad. Look at the tear. Like here to here in this, particular fucking disc. He's like, it's not the best, but it's just, it's playing baby games with doctors every time. That's all it is.
I just hate the fact that we're enslaved to them. I mean, that's really what it is. We're stuck in this rut of always curing everything with a fucking pill.
Yep.
Every single little thing, and that's going to be the future. It's just
Internal
everything is a pill.
medicine is the future.
Some will say that you could solve your problems without pills, though. They'll say, oh, there's alternatives. You can stretch and make your balls feel better.
Yeah, and then there's this other type of alkaloid thing that you can put into a drink that's supposed to be close to oxycodone, but you'll just end up withdrawing from that shit too.
Well, maybe not everyone knows, but Wojtek only has one testicle, just
Yeah.
in case the ladies out there were wondering.
So I'm missing one nut, and that was originally my pain problems. And what I actually ended up, well, when they removed that, I had a cyst exactly where they removed my vas. So no one could understand why or figure it out. It took some fucking crazy awesome surgeon to say, look, dude, it's coming out. Not afraid of the results, and you and I will deal with this in your family doctor. And he helped me.
Akak says these two guys are fucked. They should just be alcoholics. I've never stuck a finger in my ass. So
I
I
guess,
can't drink. I don't know.
And
Alcohol.
how many green fucking shits have you had?
How great have you felt on alcohol though? That's the other thing.
How many green water poops have you taken?
That's the criteria.
Well, here's the question. You want to take a solid poop, or you want to take the terrible, terrible fucking water poops?
Yeah, but the thing is with alcohol, there's it's like coffee. Like alcohol and coffee are both an acquired taste. Both things I drink, I only drank to get the desired effect. I never enjoyed it. But then there's people like, oh, I love beer. Oh, this one tastes good. Oh, this one. They all taste like piss water to me.
No.
And all coffee tastes like dirt. I hate both things equally, but I drank alcohol to get the effect. I drank coffee to get the effect of the caffeine, but I've never been into alcohol, and I drank a lot of it as a kid, but I just lost the interest in it. I don't know why.
From 15 to 19, all I wanted was Burnett's vodka. I would just chug that out of the bottle and then drink it, chase it with the orange juice. And then from about 20 through 25, all I wanted was natural ice, case after case after case after case.
I had nights 151 rum. I used to have parties where we would just drink a bottle of 151 rum, and everyone would tap out and be like, I can't drink anymore. So I'd start grabbing their cups and drinking theirs. And next thing I knew, I was blacked out, and I just remember nights where I was being dragged into a bathroom, and there was just like vomit everywhere, and I had no idea what was happening. I wake up the next morning, everyone was gone.
Usually I would make it through the night. The next morning I would go and take a poop, and then everybody would be gone from the smell. And the house is like always mine because it was, my parents' house wherever they weren't at. So we'd party at my place, and then in the morning I'd wake up and go.
That's same here.
Everybody would leave.
Basement that I'm in right now used to be furnished. It had we have a bar down here actually.
Right.
It's still there, but all the liquor's old. But yeah, we used to all meet down here and have parties down here for the same reason. It was all to myself. I could have anyone here, and that's what it was. It's just nights of drinking and getting fucking retarded.
Yep. My buddy Todd, he had a basement kind of like that. His dad owned a bar, and he also built the bar in his basement. So he'd be out running his bar, and we'd be in his basement drinking his bar. So
I don't see how you could function on alcohol though. That's the other thing. Opiates, you're able to go to work and function at a higher level than you usually do.
Yep. And
Alcohol
I
is
can get pulled over
not
by
that.
a cop, and I can say, "Hello, officer.
Exactly.
How are you?"
Yeah,
and
he's not gonna
like,
go, "Hey, I
"All's
smell
good."
pills in there." No, there's none of that. Or you could say, "Oh, maybe your eyes may be a little red from taking opiates," but you could fix that easily. But that's the thing.
You
I went
look
to
at
work.
the officer and you say, "I apologize. You feel that way." And what else can I do for
worked
you?
70 hours a week doing fucking glass work, carrying 200-pound sheets of glass of multiple flights of stairs all day long and on opiates, and that I was able to function and go to work. The problem is my paychecks immediately went to that. So I was working for nothing. I would work, get my paycheck, and go home and be like, hey, where are you at? Yeah, let me buy this. All my money was gone. I probably would have
I was in a
shitloads.
situation where I was in crazy pain, but I had an employer that had insurance on me and is like, yeah, how many tests you want? Another one? You want more pills? All right, go. So
Maybe we have Asperger's.
fair enough.
Hear me out. I think we do. I think a lot of people here have Asperger's. Apparently, one of the things of Asperger's is that you assume that someone is slighting you in some way when they're really not. You take their comments the wrong way, and from that you react in a volatile manner, and you start attacking them. So now, because you attack them, they're going to start attacking you for real, and then you go, oh, well, now their threats all along were the perceived threats were against me the entire time. So then you validate their original threat. So now you're in this cycle of people saying things to you and you getting upset and taking it the wrong way, and it just perpetuates this cycle of just constantly being in conflict.
I would think I'd have to agree with that. My last pain management doctor appointment, I'm like, what do you want to prescribe me now? He's like, some fucking other muscle relaxer. I'm like, you want to schedule me, you want to give me anything that's not on the CSA. If it's not on CSA 2, if it's not on CSA 3, it's not on CSA 4, if it's not on CSA 5, you want to give me that, right? He's like, am I right? And he's like, hold on. And he left the room, came back in with some other fucking nurse. And they're like, we may think you have a blah, blah, blah problem. I'm like, I have this problem. So I had whatever shit documented with what's wrong with me. And that this fucking syncope and bullshit can be all fixed by fucking simple Lazopran. And my primary care doctor said, here you go. Here's all the fucking 30s you want. And here's your Lazopran. Make it fucking work. I realized that your pain doctor was refusing to treat you.
I
So
think
we'll
that
talk about it next month.
I think all drug and alcohol addiction is just undiagnosed anxiety disorder. I'm convinced of that because I think that a lot of people get into drugs to cure anxiety. That's what
very
everyone,
true. So I mean,
everyone's trying to fucking cover up that.
pretty much my goal. I mean, if I have a goal, my goal would be to stop using all of the opioids and just take, a couple, 2, 3 Xanax a day.
Well, you've never tried taking just regular Tylenol to cure the pain? That doesn't work?
Yeah. I've been through Tylenol, been through tons of ibuprofen, been through every muscle relaxer on earth. The pain is physically in my L5-S1 disc. There is a tear left to right on the L5 disc, and it's obvious. I mean, you look at an MRI and you're like, you don't have to be a doctor to see what's wrong. So
It's just a X-ray where it shows like your sac and there's a missing
MRI.
wall.
X-ray won't show shit. So the MRI actually shows the tear in my L5 disc.
You're getting too scientific.
Well, there's a tear left to right in the disc, and that disc is the biggest disc in your body. The only way
Not
that
for
they
me.
have to cure it right now is to fuse your L5, L6, and L7. And if you do that, I'll never be able to do this again. Ever.
What,
ever.
bow?
Well, yeah, I'll
Well,
never
you're
be
not
able
Japanese.
to. Well, whatever. I gotta bend over. I mean, this is the only way I'll be able to bend over ever.
You definitely, you can't not bend over. That's
Well, the answer's no. And this guy's
How you
trying to
gonna
give me
get
epidurals every week.
rammed up
He's
the
hurting
ass?
me. And I'm like, I hate the fact you go on my back with epidurals. I feel like you're going to paralyze me. And your solution is to cut me open and fuse my spine. Get out of my life. That's pretty much what I told him. Ugh.
yeah. God forbid you can't bend over. You
Dude,
can't take it up the ass.
Can you imagine, like, trying to be with the girl and you can't, like, fucking use your hips? Like, thanks so much.
You just lay on that would be awesome. Then I have an excuse to be like, I don't need to do any work. Then you just lay down and be like, you have to get on top of me. It's an actual medical problem. I can't fuck you doggy style. So you have to do the work.
I gotta get on top every now and then.
No, you don't. That's overrated. Isn't that what you do though? You have to tell her like, listen, I am in pain. I can't. So you will have to do the movement, right?
I guess. She's
you
well
used it?
aware of what's going on with me, so I don't want to bother her at all with my particular problems. She has her own shit going on, too.
Does she know that you're taking the pills and everything, like on that
She
level?
knew that I was taking them, and then I tapered, and I haven't talked to her yet about retaking anything, so that'll be a fun conversation tomorrow. So I'll tell her the truth in the morning, and we'll see what she has to say. I was in fucking pain, and I gave up today.
Are you gonna vote for Donald Trump? You seeing this now? This
no.
guy is getting scary, man.
It makes no sense.
It is getting scary. He got beat out in Iowa just by a slight margin, but the fact that he's running for president
Dude,
and he's
those
actually
super PACs
getting
are gonna keep him out.
yeah, it's a joke, and people are gonna realize that pretty soon. But he got further than I thought he would.
Way further. I mean, because you got that 70% of middle of America says, all right, Donald Trump, you care about us, and Donald Trump give two fucks about any of you.
Yeah, it's just boggling. I feel like I'm in a fucking cartoon or something. Like life is becoming parody. Donald Trump is running for president, and the Republicans are actually fucking, championing him and saying, yeah, man, he's brass. He's crass. He's honest. He yells and tells you the truth. He's the I can't take it anymore figure. Like, he's gonna fix everything, and he's not fit to be a president. He's not fit to make decisions.
No president
or govern
walks
a
in
fucking
there
country
and changes everything. It doesn't happen. Remember Barack Obama? Change, hope, we're gonna do everything all more better.
Yeah, but at least Obama had somewhat of a personality that you say, okay, this guy seems to have it mostly together. Donald Trump fucking hosted a reality TV show with celebrities, and he has an insane ego. You can't have an ego or, portray your ego openly like that and be a fucking president.
Yep.
Can you imagine that guy making decisions? He also made a comment recently where he said he would close mosques.
Dude, it'd be like letting fucking narcissistic me be president. Like, you're crazy. Wow. You're nuts.
He actually said that they should close a mosque if there's any terrorist activity there. And, I mean, there's guys talking, let's ban practicing Islam altogether in America.
Let's just ask for the end of all freedoms.
So I'm kind of torn in that, though. I mean, I agree with freedom of religion, but I kind of feel like if we just abolished a religion altogether, we'd be in a much better place. But then that takes away your freedom of choice. I understand that, but I still feel like any religion is bad news. It doesn't ever lead to anything good. You may have a little bit of comfort that, I can believe that after I die, there's something that happens after that, but ultimately, it's going to have more of a negative effect with war and fucking people hating each other.
That's definitely true. On a worldwide scale, it sucks cock. In where I grew up, it's nice to say to God, you know what? I did this, and this. I was raised Roman Catholic. I'm forgiven. Have a good day. I mean, I don't have to go see a fucking priest. I'm happy enough confessing to who I need to confess to.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like if you think of maybe a Christian person goes and fucking bombs an abortion clinic. That's like us saying, okay, now we need to shut down every church in America. We have to shut it down because now there's Christians going fucking mad. But that's what they want. They want Islam to be abolished in America. They want no mosques to be opened. They want full surveillance of anybody who is Middle Eastern. It's
the freedom of religion has to continue, and it has to be protected properly, or everybody's going to lose it. That's all there is to it.
Well, they're assuming, I mean, I guess you could look at it that way, but I mean, they're assuming that anyone who is Muslim has a higher percentage of being a fucking terrorist. I mean, it might be true. It might be a factual thing, actually. But what can you do? You're going to overstep our rights just to protect ourselves?
Yeah, no one's interested in losing rights for protection. That's a great motto. Do not take my rights to protect me, please. I'm not interested in that.
It's scary, though.
Well,
imagine Trump becomes fucking president.
I could imagine it, which is a sad, sad world.
Every day would be like a fucking reality TV show.
Beyond. Of course, like he cut ties with all NBC. Like, you remember how they announced all that shit? He didn't cut ties. It's not like they fired him. He sold all of his rights to whoever, and he's a fucking quadrillionaire more from it. And now he's doing, his campaign. Like, ugh. He didn't lose shit. He made money off all this.
Well, they're considering him like, this is the problem. They're considering, he's a good businessman, so he's successful. He's the American success story.
Then we should have
he's not,
voted
though.
in Mitt Romney. So
he's not, though. Trump's fucking father was extremely rich. Extremely rich, and he inherited
several times in the fucking 90s. He was near bankruptcy 15 times. That's exaggerating probably, but several times he was near bankruptcy.
Yeah, but he's not the you figure American success story is someone who came from absolutely nothing and made it to where he is. That is not Donald Trump. Donald Trump's father was very successful in, I think, real estate. He used to buy out like fucking abandoned buildings or some
They
shit.
did everything in Brooklyn, and he told his kid, "Don't go to Manhattan. Stay here. Keep building where we're building." And Donald was stubborn. That's his story. That he was going to where the big boys are. And
So he inherited a decent amount of money and an infrastructure of a business,
Yep.
and worked from there and became pretty successful. He definitely made some pretty amazing accomplishments, but after that fact. But he's not an American success story. I mean, he comes from the same fucking people we're fighting against.
Yeah,
the
he himself is
1%.
not a success story. I mean, dude, look at my life. I'm not a fucking success story. My grandfather and fucking great uncle built the fucking business that allowed and afforded, my father and whatever to invest and make money and whatever and move on and whatever. And now, but me myself, I'm doing okay. But I don't think I would have gotten the education or opportunities that I did had the other things didn't happen. So.
I think an American success story is someone who came from little means and managed to create their own business doing something they enjoy. That's it. Making money, enough money to be comfortable and live a normal life. You don't have to be rich. Just in a position where you're doing something you enjoy for a living. That's it.
And all your
that's a
bills are
success.
paid and you're able to put money towards things that you just...
That's a special thing, though. A lot of countries don't have that. They don't even have that option to be their own person
go to
or even have
fucking India.
individuality in any sense of the word.
Well, the thing is, in every country, there are people that live like that. It's just they're not very secure, and it's not much fun. Like, procuring your goods and shit is like a total fucking nightmare.
No, I mean, some countries have you can't even live your life if you're a certain type of person. I mean, I was just reading an article recently where they showed that Apple actually might be sued or fined heavily for adding a gay emoji to the iPhone in Russia. Oh god! Because Russia they're
anti-gay
being
laws.
gay. Yeah, they can't even be gay in that country. They'll fucking put you in jail.
They're insane. They've lost their fucking minds ever since that pussycat doll bullshit that band or whatever they've been arguing with.
It's amazing that still goes on, though, that there's still countries out there that just abolish and ban simple things like simple human rights.
They've
Makes no
decided that their country is going to be the old world, and it's not going to change. Eventually, I believe the Iron Curtain will return, and it'll be two sides of the world again.
You see Putin playing hockey
We're at.
while gay people are being bashed in his country and put in cells. He's out playing fucking hockey, and the whole country's like rooting for him playing hockey. He actually, not just at a hockey game, he was in the fucking suit on the ice playing ice hockey.
Sick.
Imagine your president playing ice hockey on TV.
Dude, you got a guy that's in his mind is like, these people deserve to die,
Yeah.
Like, where does this come from, and how do you get elected to having that mindset?
No, John, I do not pluck my eyebrows.
The
That's
Russians are the same way. I mean,
naturally
I know
beautiful.
I know one. I grew up. Well, I didn't grow up with one. I've known one for over 10 years, and that's the attitude that country has.
I think the power's getting to your head, John. I gave you that power. Don't forget that. John is now a chat moderator, if you guys haven't noticed, indicated by a blue line under your name. That makes you powerful, all-powerful, all-knowing. He's almost as powerful as me now.
All right, I wanted to hurry up.
Yeah, you can. I think I would trust you with it. There's only
Why
certain
not?
people I trust with it. You would probably be one of them.
I'm not
Although you
going-
did kind of like have an outburst recently. What was that, by the way?
That was over Static's nonsense, and he wouldn't just fucking apologize. And
But I've never
wouldn't-
seen you do that. I've never seen you get to that level.
You're right.
Never once, and it's been what 5-6 years. I've never seen you do that.
The way I took that was him not caring about this place, and until he said I care about this place, I was gonna act like a maniac. So
He definitely did not think that, though.
in the end, I realized that he cares, but he's not gonna be my dancing monkey, and that was the end of the conversation. So
Static actually just got married recently. Congratulations to Static Illmatic. I saw he He called into American Positivity at the end, right on his honeymoon, I think.
Cool.
He's in Disney fucking world.
Oh, badass. Good.
Yeah.
That's a good place to take your broad, actually.
I'm like, you lucky bastard.
My wife and kids went this summer.
Punch Mickey in the face for me.
My ex-wife and kids. I shouldn't say my wife and kids.
Disney World is a pretty crazy place if you really think about it.
Well, it's not really for flat-out adults unless you're going there with somebody that's wanted to be there their whole life, then hasn't had a chance to go. But, you know, if you went when you were younger, I'm not going back when I'm 30, you know?
It did remind me of a lot of things. Remember the Tower of Terror? You remember going on that ride?
Dude, I was 9.
It's a giant hotel based off of a Twilight Zone.
Yeah. And the floors fucking move, and yeah.
It's like you go into an elevator, and the elevator like just drops free fall speed
Yep.
while you're watching an episode, like a made up episode of Twilight Zone revolving around the hotel.
And there's like pieces of the fucking building that are just like moving while you're in it.
Yeah, I miss that. I haven't gone on a ride in so long. I miss roller coasters.
We went and took the kids to a place called Knoebels in northeastern Pennsylvania, and they fucking love it.
What the fuck is Knoebels?
It's just an amusement park that's, locally owned.
What about isn't Hershey Park
Yep.
close there? Is that Pennsylvania or is that?
Yep. It's Pennsylvania and
Virginia?
Hershey, but Knoebels is closer to my actual parents' house because we go there for the summer.
I
If
gotta
you want
go
to go
to
to Hershey, it's an extra 90 minutes.
Six Flags. I gotta go. I haven't been to Great Adventure in a long fucking time. I want to
Yep.
go there.
That or Dorney is what we
Batman.
always do.
The Batman roller coaster, and they had Superman, where you literally just sit in a fucking roller coaster. They shoot you 100 miles an hour, and you go like up on a loop thing, and then you just come back down. And it's such short of a
Yeah,
ride. You think
that's
of that
the-
whole idea of waiting in line for fucking hours just for a 10-second ride.
Yep, I hated that. That Knoebels place had something called like the Twister, where it was a 30-second ride where you get on, it's just 2 loop-de-loops, and it's like 50 people a car. So like you would just fly through that line and be like, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and you're done, no matter how big the line was.
They should have a ride that just sends you to your death.
No.
Like a cannon or something where you just get in
They
and it
have-
just shoots you into a fucking wall and you just splat.
You want to see it?
They probably have a lot of takers. If you were in that mode where you're like, I want to end my life, I would definitely use a ride to do it.
Action Park. I don't know if they'll let you do that. You gotta do a loop-de-loop at Action Park.
I'm so crazy. One night I spent hours looking for roller coaster disasters. I wanted to see someone on a roller coaster and it flying off the tracks. I couldn't
Yeah.
find it though.
Well, it's hard to actually catch that.
Well, I remember that movie, what is it, Final Destination? Remember that movie? Where there's
Yep.
each person dies in a certain order.
Yep.
And one
And
of the
if you
movies,
die out of order.
they're on a roller coaster and the roller coaster just detaches from the tracks and they just fly into like a bush and all die. That's a great movie.
That was good. I thought the first one and second one was good. The third one was just like fucking Cheese City.
There is great
Yes.
amusement parks in California. There's a great Six Flags. I forget the name of it. There's a Six Flags in California too.
Dude, go to Action Park in fucking Jersey this summer.
I
You'll
think
love
I've
it.
been to Action Park before.
Oh, well, then don't go.
When I was a kid, I used to be in this thing called travel camp. When I was like 8 or 9, I think. It was like ran by the school during summertime, and every single day was a field trip. So you paid like a couple grand, I think, and every single day you'd either go whitewater rafting, you'd go to an amusement park, you'd go to a zoo. Every single fucking day was a trip, and I was like, what would be awesome if I went back and tried to get a job as like a counselor. Because
Yeah.
the counselors get paid and get to go to every place for free.
Yeah, but you also have to keep every one of those bastard children alive.
No, you don't. I remember when I was in that fucking camp that the counselors used to just like go off and fuck each other.
Oh,
And they like if you go to like Great Adventure or something, they'd be like, "All right, kids, meet back here at 2 p.m. exactly in this spot," and then they just let us go off and do our own thing. Like we
and you
didn't
were
have to
like,
follow
what,
them.
5 to 10?
No, teenager, maybe 13, 14, I think.
All right, that's cool.
I don't remember dates. I forget. But I was young. That's all I know.
As long as you're above 12, it's reasonable.
Yeah, but they got paid, and I remember that it would have been such a good job to have. So I tried looking for like hirings for camp counselors. I couldn't find it though.
You gotta be through that program, dude. You gotta come up fucking being a counselor from a fucking camper, and
Anything involving kids pays well, though. Because when you're
that is
responsible
true.
for a child, they pay you well.
Well, because the parents are gonna pay a premium to have their children taken care of.
Yeah, but
That's
they
how
didn't
it
do
works.
much. They didn't do much, though. All they did was fucking, get us there. Like every trip was like on a coach bus, too. Like the really comfortable coach buses with the TVs. You watch a movie during the whole
Nice.
trip. Like, it used to be so much fun to be a kid. What the fuck happened?
You just realize that everybody in the world is paying for you to do everything.
Yeah, why isn't there camp for adults?
Well, there is. Just you gotta pay for it.
No, I don't want to.
No.
I want my mommy to pay.
You're SOL, brother. I'm down with
Someone
you.
send me somewhere for free. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe. GoFundMe.
Go fund me somewhere.
Yeah, make me have fun, and I don't want to pay for it. I'm gonna start. It's a trend now. I noticed that a lot of people starting GoFundMe's, and then people give them money for real.
And I mean, they made some rule changes on that recently that I saw that if you don't make it, you don't get the portion that you got donated. So like if you had a 50 grand goal, you make it to 48, you don't get any.
You know what the weirdest thing is? Most of the people who donate to GoFundMe's have never donated to charity. So we're like, hey, cancer, AIDS,
Well,
they don't need my help. But then one singular person that's like, hey, can you help me like pay my bills for this or that? And everyone's like, yeah, sure, that sounds logical.
I'm totally gonna do a lever and fucking. I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna totally do a Canadian.
Because people are
dirtbag.
egotistical. They want to see their help come to fruition. They want to, like, when you donate to AIDS or cancer, you don't see what your money's being spent on. You're just sending money out into the fucking wind and hope that it goes to a good place. When you donate to a singular person, you get to see them actually,
benefit.
benefit from your donation. And you go, ooh,
biggest
I did
problem-
that. That was me.
The biggest problem with all those charities, if you go look them up on GuideStar, you go and you find out that the Red Cross really only donates and uses like 20% of the funds it takes in to actually help people.
And the
And,
rest
like-
is to have orgies.
Well, no, the rest is to have their functions, to pay their people
know
their
that.
salaries, and it's just sickening.
Oh, this is what most charities are. It's about a fucking
It
parties.
is. I mean, if you listen to somebody that will actually bitch about it, Bubba Love Sponge is a good guy to listen to about it. But not that I listen to Bubba in a while. But anyway, he'll tell you, go on this website, look at my charity, 99 point whatever percent goes to charity. The rest of it's nothing. And go look at these charities on there and think
Well-
about who you're giving your money to.
They'll argue that you need any high-profile charity needs to have fundraisers in order to generate interest and word of mouth so other people will donate. But what it actually amounts to is people partying and 90% of the money going to them in their pocket and to
Yep.
run parties and fucking
Yep.
stroke each other's egos rather than fix the actual problem.
Yep, and I have people like my ex-wife who's in like this Optimist club. They take fucking donations and all this shit, and I'm like, can you show me like what breaks down to what and how whatever goes where? And it's like fucking 4% goes into the community. I'm like, you're wasting your fucking time. And she's like, oh, you don't understand.
People
I'm
are
like, look
giving
what they're
in general.
doing.
People are generous in general, though.
Yeah.
If I noticed the same thing, like when WDM was all ran on donations, the whole fucking thing,
Well,
and people
no.
were very generous. And I think like, fuck, like, why is anyone giving money? I'm like, this is amazing.
Because there was nowhere else available anywhere in that format, and it was worth every fucking penny, and you weren't asking for any specific dollar amount. You were
Yeah,
asking for whatever.
That's a business. That's a way to run a business. In a way, you think about it, like, wow, okay, so if people were donating for the service, that means this service is better than the actual service. So maybe
Yep.
the people who are running that service should think, maybe we're doing something wrong, rather than trying to eliminate the problem.
We've tried to have that
Yeah.
conversation.
Why don't I just take this problem and say, okay, this is how you apply it the right way?
We've tried to have that conversation before, and they told us where to fucking stick it.
Yeah, that was shitty. You know, when
it's
things
just-
got shut down, it was like at the best point in time for us too.
Yup.
The
And then
community
the
was
most
huge.
people were active. The problem is that the most people were active, and there was a lot of people that didn't belong there that just immediately repeated it to the wrong people and didn't present it in the right way.
Everything good comes to a fucking end.
Yep. That's a good way to
Everything.
put it.
And the thing started with someone going on Reddit. That's one of the reasons I hate Reddit. That leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah,
Some
you can go look at
fucking
Reddit
idiot.
and you can see the reviews for every DM market that's out there, and I'm like, you why are you writing this here?
You know, some guy posted a thing on Reddit that was like, "Oh, what's this mean? Ban me from WDM." And he wrote this whole thing like, "He's an asshole. He banned me." Like, you forgot about the whole thing of why you were banned.
Right.
And I
I
did,
think
you
we
know,
were
the
banned
guy's
for
like
breaking the rules.
putting it all out there, and it's like, okay, you know, if I can't play, I'm gonna take my ball and go home. There's a lot of that. A lot of
Well,
people
I mean,
like
just
that.
like with me and Joey, Joey apparently claims that I somehow took your side in an argument, and then you and he argued, and then he started telling me that I'm part of the problem too, or something. I don't know. But he offered me to call into his show to talk about it before last week, and I told him, you know what, I'm over it. I'm not dealing with you fucking.
I think we got to a point where things are kind of just like, yeah, whatever. We'll just go on with what we're doing and then see what happens. Let time heal all wounds. I think it always
We'll move
helps.
forward. We'll see.
But
I
spite,
still like Joey.
okay, but spite is not a good thing for the network.
Oh, absolutely, 100.
It's like ultimately hurting everybody in the end. Not
Max
just me.
and I, 100%. And the only people that I can think of that would have any problem with each other is me and Boots, and it's not me having a problem with Boots. It's the other way around. So, I
think
mean,
the-
whatever I said, I'm sorry, and
Major problem is fucking people just in the community all attacking each other lately. Things have been out of control.
I'm part of the problem on that.
Well, I mean, the original problem was there's too many females, apparently. And
Well,
it's
and
like,
that gets
oh,
it's all hard and
look at the
fight.
chat. It's full of chatter, useless, uninteresting chatter. Like, are you kidding me? We always complained about there was not enough activity, not enough activity. Oh, look, we're here on a Tuesday and no one's here. I'm all alone.
Oh, why are you talking
Now,
about
on
the
a Tuesday,
major-
there was fucking major activity, and that's not good enough. It's like,
Yeah,
Jesus
I
fuck.
said on Tuesday that I was like, holy shit, no show tonight, and it's fucking Chat City. Not that I was, being derogatory towards it. I'm just like, wow, holy fuck, there's so many people here, and there's no live show. Cool. So,
Yeah,
that's
a lot of the
fucking
people
positive.
that have joined here have added a positive thing to the network. I think the chats have been more fun. We've had, even on the nights that there are shows, it's a better experience, and I think that was a good thing. It was a good addition, and I just figure people are like, well, no, we want more activity, but it can only be certain people. You know, we need to
Yeah.
moderate who comes here, and it's like, no.
Yeah, it's not
If we
gonna
get
fix
on,
it.
if we get into that habit now, where it's gonna get worse. Like, it's gonna be to the point where, oh, now we need to curate this and
Dude,
make
it'll
it
be me,
everybody what we
you,
want.
Booney, fucking Moonchild, and RDV talking to each other. I mean, come on, do we want that?
No, I mean, this is a different scenario than WDM was.
I mean, not that we would have a bad time. It's just we want more.
WDM was a different scenario. In that case, the community should have been curated because each person was a liability, a possible liability.
100%.
Here,
It's freedom.
Yeah, it's free. There's no ceiling. There's no point where I go, okay, we can't expand beyond this point because if we get too big, then, shit goes down. That's what happened with the other site. It was like, it's successful, but too successful. Like, that was a huge issue with, like, if I were able to just make that site and there was no consequences, it would have been probably 10 times the size.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, dude. Your membership fucking would have been 4 times as much. Not that I'm going to say what your membership was, but, 4, 5, 10 times as much, dude. And that's talking on a server that couldn't do it. So...
And the great thing was the people that we met from it. Like, this whole community was built off of that. It was amazing.
Yes, a lot of good people came and a lot of maniacs came because of other things, but we're dealing with all of that.
I used to think that was just related to Stern. Like, I'm like, okay, You figure a lot of Stern fans,
That's Mr. Dan.
the general Stern fan is like a, mid-30s dude, and he's like really cynical and likes to, fucking shit on things.
Yeah.
Like that's you get like 20,000 of those people in one room, you're gonna have problems. And that was what I used to think, but then I'm like, no, it's not Stern. The fucking entire world is like that now. You go on YouTube and you can watch pull up any YouTube
And
video.
everybody's fucking cynical.
Yeah, there
and
is negativity in every fucking venue you go to on the internet. The internet has created this new monster, like, in all of us, not just certain people.
The thing is, though, you don't want 100% positivity either. You just want honesty.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like a double-edged sword. When in your daily life do you go out in public and find people creating things and go, it's all right, but yeah, you suck kind of, and this is wrong and that is wrong. You never say that, but the internet has opened this new avenue for us to be assholes. All of us.
I'm guilty of it myself.
Everyone is. It's not specific people. Everyone has utilized this internet to create some new part of their personality, like to unleash the innermost evil in them and plaster it all over a fucking chat room or a YouTube video or a Twitter account, to where now Twitter is like utilized as a tool to just spew vitriol and create fake accounts.
Dude,
solely
bots.
based on that activity.
There's so many bots on Twitter. It's a joke. I have hundreds and hundreds of follow requests from.
I was thinking about that the other night. I was just like thinking, you go to the average YouTube account that has some good traction. You're like people with fucking 900,000 followers, and you look at the actual people who are retweeting the tweets, and there's only like 10% of that actually interacting. And I'm like, how is this possible? There's just like all these followers. I mean, even in my Twitter account, there's like about 1,500 almost. And I figure there's not 1,500 people reading and following what I'm saying.
I could have like 500 if I accepted them all.
Yeah, so I'm like, Twitter, it must like pad accounts that have activity, like people who use Twitter a lot and tweet a lot, to keep them engaged, so they feel like they're interacting with people. But 90% of those people are just not fucking there. Like
or they're just flat out bot accounts that are just retweeting and replying with ha 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 lol, look at this, and ugh.
Yeah, I mean, there's
gross.
complete strangers that will retweet and respond and send me direct messages, and they're not human beings, I can tell. And it also doesn't even mean a fake account can be considered real, but it just based on the criteria that they created an account and logged into it. It doesn't have to. They can't determine who's fake based on like, this person
go ahead
is a
and look
bot.
at everybody that's following you, and everybody that's picture is an egg is probably not real.
Yeah, a lot of eggs.
Yeah.
Big carton of eggs.
So silly. Yeah. Just need.
But we've that's another problem. Like, we've attached these virtual numbers to our ego, to where now we feel like the amount of people I have follow, it used to be Facebook, the amount of, or MySpace, the amount of MySpace friends. I have X amount of MySpace friends. That means I'm this valuable as a person.
It's cool.
Yeah, that
And now they actually have
ourselves.
sites that are like, how valuable is my Twitter? And fuck the fuck out of here.
Your
Who
Twitter
cares?
is worth $0.
Yeah,
unless
it's
you're a
worth
celebrity with fucking millions of followers. I guess I could see
you got Twitter trying to do an IPO eventually, like Facebook, and they're fucking padding all their shit to say, look at all these people using it.
How do you sell a Twitter account, though? I mean, if you're, say, Jimmy Kimmel...
No, I'm not saying
who
that.
wants Jimmy Kimmel's Twitter? I mean, unless you're Jimmy Kimmel. It makes no sense.
Unless I got Jimmy Kimmel's account first and I wanted to sell it to him, you know?
It's probably much cheaper to just find out how to hack into someone's account and steal it, which is
Well,
what
I
people
think
do.
after you hack it, they're going to give it back to the person who really had it.
Yeah, but not before they get a couple tweets out. And when you have millions of people watching, you can have an
No,
impact.
it's not worth it anymore because the NSA is going to knock on your fucking door. It's a problem. If
It's
you
getting
fuck with
worse.
a famous person, they're coming to get you.
I just saw, with the recent shooting in the Oregon shooting, they're saying that Hitachi has developed this technology called crime analytics, and it's supposed to allow them to analyze people's activity on the internet and predict whether they'll shoot up a school or commit a crime. I'm serious. This is real. It's made by Hitachi. It's called Hitachi Crime Analytics or something.
The coolest thing that I've seen about, gunfire and doing stuff about it is they have triangulating microphones around the city. And if there's a gunshot or whatever, they can say the gunshot happened within 5 feet of this place at this time.
No. Before even a shot is fired, they have like cities where the cameras will watch someone and they will see, okay, this guy is, the probability of this guy committing a crime is X%. And then based on that, they have a light in the camera that shines a red light on the perpetrator and scares them into not committing the crime, because they go, oh, there's a red light on me. That means a human being is watching me right now. And that's how they're going to prevent crime.
You're going to see a bunch of fucking just protests of that, and not you and me, but, people just going out there and purposely making that red light go on themselves and hanging out until police show up and, protesting it. That's the only way to stop that shit. The other thing that they have, they've completed Echelon. Echelon's done. It's in every fucking major city. The camera systems are all tied together. They know what city you're in, at what time, when you entered, why you're there, how many places you went to, within what feet. It's bad. I don't want to talk about it. It's sickening.
That's what we're coming to, though. Now it's everything. They can analyze your social media accounts, the websites you visit, and based on that, they can predict whether you'll commit a crime and prevent that crime.
This is Minority Report.
And they're open about it, too. I mean, it's right here. It's just scary.
Yeah, it's bad, dude.
Look, we even have a map. Look at the actual software. There's a map showing guns and where cameras are. Say, Hitachi's system, which the company plans to put into trial run at police departments in a handful of unspecified cities starting in October, raises two major concerns. How accurate will it be? And what if the system unfairly profiles and targets innocent people as criminals? No shit.
Well, then you gotta fucking force them to go ahead and cause problems.
Hitachi's arguing that the system will actually reduce the amount of biased police profiling, since it equips officers with enough thorough information that they won't need to act on mere suspicion. So
you're asking them to act on computer suspicion versus human suspicion, and I'd rather 1999 out of 2000 human suspicion, honestly.
Saddest thing is I actually kind of believe that robots are more capable of profiling than a human is, because they don't have the same bias. They base it on pure fact. I'm torn between this, because I figure, like, if you're not doing anything wrong, what do you have to hide?
But how about, well, yeah,
but then again, that means, all right, well, I don't have to chuck my asshole. I have nothing to hide in my asshole, but I really want someone pulling my pants down and sticking a finger in my asshole.
No, exactly.
That's the argument, I guess.
It's not allowed. It's our freedoms being taken, and we can't stand for it.
I've
Anytime
never
they do
minded,
shit like
though.
this, we need to show up and we need to make them come get us each one by one, and then arrest us and let us go because there's no reason.
Yeah, but on paper, I might disagree on paper, but when I really think about, okay, when I go to the airport, and if they pull me out from a group of people and they pick me specifically, I don't get offended.
That's happened to me. Like, I was going through the line where the body scanner was, and I just fucking darted towards the belts, and they're like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going over here to get my stuff checked." They're like, "No, you got to go through the body scan." I'm like, "I'd rather not." They're like, "I could pat you down." I'm like,
"Why though?
I'd rather you not."
You didn't want them to see your one ball?
I'd rather them not. And then they were like,
cares?
"All right, fine, sir, go to the conveyor belts."
I don't really. I think a female should care more. I don't give a shit if some fat guy behind a computer is looking at my dick. I really don't care.
My response is just, I'd rather you not, over and over again, and that's what it got me. It said, "All right, go through the belts."
I've been picked out of a line before, and they checked my hat. They looked in the inside of my hat to see if I was carrying any drugs or anything. And I'm like, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, well,
I'm not hiding anything. So
I'm always dressed in a fucking business suit going somewhere, and they're like, They don't really fuck with me.
Business, like you wear suit, or you mean like, just a nice shirt, work shirt?
Just a decent pair of khakis and a fucking sport jacket and a decent shirt. Nothing fucking,
I need
I'm
to
not wearing
see-
a three-piece suit with a fucking
I need
vest.
to see Wojtek in business mode.
Yeah, hold on.
Let's see what it looks like.
You ready? We'll do it real quick here.
I'm ready for it.
Here we go.
Pants are unzipped.
Pants are
Are
unzipped.
you getting dressed right now to do it?
No, I'm just gonna show you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me
So
see
like,
that.
you take like, a shirt
Oh,
like
okay.
this or something,
Mm.
and then I would just wear a fucking jacket like this on top of it, and usually no tie. Sometimes a tie, depending on who the fuck I gotta meet with. But like, I'll have, I got like.
I feel like
5
you're about
or
to
6
deliver.
jackets like this.
I feel like you're about to deliver a monologue. Looks good.
Well, I'd like to let you all know that you're not fucking searching me. So,
I definitely would pick you out of a line.
well, I told them that they're gonna fucking not do it. So,
You could wear a tuxedo and I would still do it.
oh, they could have been dicks about it and been like, well, sir, we're gonna bring you over here and stick fingers up your butt. So I don't know. Maybe it would have been worth it for me to just shut up. But I was in a hurry and.
Have you ever been in a strip search? Have you ever been strip searched before?
No.
Really? Not even, just, I don't know.
Never. Never.
What scenarios are there where you're strip search? Like airport?
I guess when you
or-
go to jail, when you gotta
Jail,
like
yeah.
squat over and go.
I went to jail for DUI, and they basically just made me
My
your
brother,
shirt
too.
off. You have to take your shirt off, but they don't make you take your clothes off.
My brother went for DUI. He's so stupid. Where he lives, we can get out of fucking DUI in 2 seconds. So anyway, he goes through the whole procedure, lets the fucking cop take him to the hospitals. Cop strip search him, makes him fucking bend over, cough, takes his blood. Then my brother's sitting out there, and the cop comes out to talk to him to say, hey, listen, your shit's over. You're going to have this, and this problem. He's like, my name's Sean Wojtek, and I know this, and this. And the cop's like, if I didn't strip search you and take your blood, maybe I would have been able to help you. But try and speak up a little earlier, you idiot. So,
I kind of wish that like a female police officer would strip search me.
it's probably never going to happen. They'll always call for a male, and whenever it's
No,
a
I'm gonna be
female-
like, no, I do not mind if the opposite sex checks me. I actually am more comfortable than if it was a man. Can I please have a woman? I think if you ask for it, you can get that.
And they say, sure. Everybody would leave the room, and the biggest, blackest dude
I don't
would come
care.
in there and do you.
Oh, they're gonna say biggest, blackest
No,
woman.
wouldn't be a woman. It'd be the biggest, blackest guy that showed up and said, hey, I heard you needed some help.
Fuck that.
You know exactly what they would do to you.
Yeah, Jerome is coming in to fucking finger your ass. That's gross.
Well, it's not just Jerome. Jerome and Leroy are here to help.
Imagine being the guy who has to strip search prisoners and like stick your finger up their assholes.
You don't have to.
You do. If you're in a hardcore prison, they don't take any chances.
yeah,
They'll put a
you're
glove on and they'll make you bend over and they'll stick
No, if
their
you're just
finger.
going to jail and getting processed, you're going to go bend over a fucking shower hole and you're going to cough, and that's it.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that for a DUI. I don't know why. They was
You're-
just shirt off and they checked my pockets, see if I had anything on me, and that was it. I didn't have
Because
to
if
get
you
naked.
were in there and you had anything else on you and you used it, they would have charged the fuck out of you.
Oh yeah, of course.
They almost want people to bring in more stuff, honestly. Not
Yeah, I
one-
had-
They don't want it, but
I
you
had
know.
to sit in a cell by myself overnight. The first night it was like the police station, and so I was in a cell overnight, and there was a female guard there, and like the toilet is right out in the open. So if you take a piss, they have cameras in every cell, and they're basically watching you piss.
Yuck.
Then they take you from there and they bus you over to the prison, the jail, and you stand in a line, and then they make everyone face the wall and grab the wall, and they
So
just
for a
pat
simple
you down.
DUI, how long did you spend with these fuckers?
I think I got pulled over at like 1 a.m. in the morning, and I was at the police precinct until 6 a.m. in a cell by myself. Then
not
they
bad.
bus you all out of there at 6 a.m. to the jail, and I was at the jail for like fucking probably till noon. So I was in there for 4 hours sitting in a cell with 30 other people stuffed in that cell, and they were all there for all different kinds of
And
things.
you spent 11 hours with who knows with what the fuck these
Yeah.
people did.
And then finally they called me my name. They line us all up and go into the fucking courtroom. And one by one, I still had handcuffs on this whole time.
Ugh.
Then they go, you're released on your own reconnaissance. And then they uncuff you and you go, fucking get out of here. And you leave. And then it's a year of horrible court dates and fines and community service. Like, I got fucked. I had to do like 120 hours of community service. And I worked at some old folks' home and in the kitchen area. So I had to, clean all the machines and then help serve the food, prepare the food. It was like a nightmare.
DUI, you can't afford it. No matter how fucking rich you are, you cannot fucking afford it.
I got lucky though because they were able to, they squashed it. Like I got it reduced to a speeding ticket, a speeding imprudent ticket. So I ended up paying a fine, and it wasn't on my record, so I don't have it on my record.
Oh, lucky you. Were you 18 when it happened?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was over 21, so I was.
Yeah, so there should have been like some sort of ARD program to help you drop it off.
That's another thing. I had to go to some fucking place and talk to some woman about drug and alcohol abuse.
Yep, I remember my brother.
And she knew I didn't belong there.
Yep, my brother was like, I have a couple drinks every now and then, leave me alone. She's like, all right, don't come back.
That's what I said. I'm like, listen, I have never gotten in trouble with the law before. I don't drink really. This was the one time I drank in a very long time, and we just made the stupid decision to leave the house instead of staying home, and got pulled over for going out of the yellow line, and I was a .08, which is the exact limit.
Asshole cop,
the guy was just being a dick, and he was.
I would have got home. I would have left.
And even when I went there to the place,
not where I live now.
Even when I went to the place about the alcohol abuse, the lady there knew the cop. I was like, she's like, who pulled you over? And I was like, oh, it was Officer so and so. She's like, I know him. He's new, and a lot of people have been coming in here mentioning his name, and she's like, he's kind of an asshole.
Officer Jerkface got me.
So even she knew that he was an asshole, and he was one of those cops that was kind of like, ooh, I got power now in my life. Let me exercise it and abuse it. I can't. If I was a police officer, I'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah, well, you have discretion too, and you need to use that at a .08 where you can see that this kid can probably drive. I mean, he gave you a sobriety test. I bet you weren't fucking falling over, right?
No, I passed the
field sobriety.
The field sobriety test, and then he's like, "Oh, let me get a breathalyzer," and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And he gives it to me. I blow some astronomical number that's physically impossible. It was like 2 point something or 1 point something. I'm like, dude, look at me. Do I look that drunk? I'm talking to you. I'm not slurring my words. I had one fucking drink. It was a 24-ounce jungle juice. It was one of those things they sell at like a 7-Eleven that's a mixture of like a high alcohol percentage, like 12%, and energy drink.
It's like Mad Dog
they
shit with
fuck
energy.
You up though. Even just one can of that pretty much fucks you up because the mixture of the energy drink just like enhances the feeling.
Taurine and alcohol do not belong together. The FDA hasn't realized that.
Oh, they banned that drink like shortly after.
They banned caffeine and alcohol together. They never banned taurine and caffeine together, or taurine and alcohol together.
Jungle juice specifically, they definitely banned.
Right. Because it was taurine, caffeine, and alcohol. So
I hate thinking of that at that night though, because I'm like, oh, there were so many things I could have did differently. If I would have just said to the cop, listen. Like, we were literally 1 block away from my friend's house. Like, we were right there. You lived right around the corner from where I was pulled over. And I'm like, shit, I should have said, officer, listen, please, let me park the car here. You know, we'll call his mom or someone, and they'll come pick us up. They'll leave the car here, and then we'll have someone come pick the car up. Let me just lock the car and park it here. If I would have said that, I might have gotten away with it. And I didn't.
At least maybe give the guy an option and... Hopefully, but
I didn't, and I just wish I did because it fucking ruined that year.
I grew up. I miss it so much.
Yeah, I lost my license too. I couldn't drive.
Joke, man. I'm so sorry.
Horrible.
Yeah, man. It's good to have the Brotherhood of Police in your corner.
Well, you got PBA cards?
No, but I have an uncle that's on the force in one of the small towns where I grew up, and then I have a cousin that's statey.
Sometimes that makes them angrier. If you get pulled over for something, you pull out a PBA card. Sometimes they'll look at that and go,
I've always just said names, and it ends.
sometimes it doesn't work. I've heard experiences of people who pull one of those cards out and it infuriates the officer. Like, oh, what do you think? You're above the law because you have a PBA card? Fuck you.
I just give them my ID, and then where I grew up, my last name means something, so it usually gets you out of it. But the cop that got my brother had no clue, and he didn't feel like explaining to the cop, what he, who he knows and whatever, until after he took his blood.
In trouble?
Idiot.
Did the cop get in trouble afterwards, though? Like, they were like, well, fuck, do you know who you just pulled over?
No. Like, the cop did everything by the book. This is my brother's fault, dude. Cop's all good. He did everything by the book. Took him to the hospital, took his blood, made him do his over a little hole, and nothing came out. So my brother was all good. So after that all happened, he's sitting out in the hallway. The cop's BSing with one of the nurses, and he's like, all right, I'm going to take this goofball down here. And so my brother's like, listen, I'm blah, blah, blah. I know blah, blah, blah. He's like, kid, you should have told me that before I got your blood. Go get in the car. So he's like, it's too late for you. It's over. Done. You're in the computer. What do you want me to do?
All right, we're at 11:35, so let's take a break, our first break, and still have not heard from Booney. I'm worried now.
Well, let's take a break, and then I got a really good cop story for you.
All right, we'll be back after the break.
You are listening to Pod Trash Radio, live, uncensored broadcasts all week long. It all starts Wednesday with spoiler junkies whenever the fuck they feel like it. Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, JMC and sometimes Z live. Start your weekends right on Fridays with the Joey Boot Show at 8 p.m. Eastern, immediately followed by Wush Boon at 10. Who knows what's after that? JMZ returns Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Sunday. Pipe Talk with Zachary Messire, 11 a.m. Eastern. All exclusive, all original, and it's only on podtrash.com. I'm getting fucking tired of doing this.
Hey, clickaticket.com. If you need tickets for a concert, a sporting event, or a Broadway show, even if they're hard to find or sold out, go to clickaticket.com and get your tickets. Use the promo code PODTRASH for 5% off. Go on Google to find them, clickaticket.com. Click it. Ticket. Almost forgot. Have a thought you want to share with Wush Boon, but they're simply not on the air or not picking up your shitty phone calls? We're all in this together. Leave them a depressing thought or tell them to go fuck themselves by calling 917-477-7701 and leaving them a message after the beep. We'll play your messages on our next show, and you can masturbate to the sound of your own voice. Now, wouldn't that be something? Stay tuned to podtrash.com and have a wonderful day. Do you have a friend or loved one in desperate need of assistance?
Whatever, dissers. This is my prescribed situation.
Then you just might be interested in a new bastion of addiction therapy. Introducing fundmyaddiction.com. The only source that gets to the source of the problem.
15 milligram oxycodone, no acetaminophen, nothing.
Never let your loved one run out of medication again.
Why am I nuts? To survive.
With the power of crowdfunding, you can keep them sedated, intoxicated, and an inch away from running into traffic.
Fuck time release, that's little kid stuff.
Act now, or it just may be too late.
And put me in a room with a fucking special needs adult, I will kill the fucking special needs adult. I will fucking stab the fuck out of that motherfucker.
This message was paid for by sponsors. This is Garth Crooks. How y'all doing tonight? You ever fallen some hard times? I'm going through some hard times right now.
just me, my guitar, and my fingers. We don't have much time. I'm down to 3 bottles of water and some guys eyeing me for 'em. I probably won't last till the morning, so I'm putting this out hoping for a lifeline. It's bad over here, people. I only got time for the chorus, so here it goes. I used to be the man, I was on top, but now I'm under a bridge sucking hard cocks. A hobo just asked me for my last stogie. I had to beat him senseless with a damn hoagie. What the fuck am I doing here anyway? I used to cure cancer when I used to play, but now you sons of bitches didn't buy enough tickets, so now I'm on the brink of sucking on a pistol, bitches. What did I ever do to you except cure you? What's a man gotta do to sell some tickets to you? You. Just wait till you have rickets, then you gonna wish you bought some tickets. This Garth Crooks can cure you, I fucking swear to God. What the hell do I gotta do to convince you? Seriously, I'm fucking dying over here. How do I sell these damn tickets? I mean, come on now. They're only $2.99.95, and you get to sit real close to me. I used to be the man, I was on top. Now I'm under a bridge sucking hard cocks. A hobo just asked me for my last stogie. I had to beat him senseless with a damn hoagie. What the fuck am I doing here anyway? I used to cure
That's a hit.
cancer when I used to play, but now you sons of
Gotta get that on
bitches
iTunes.
buy enough
Hell yeah.
tickets.
Would
Make
you
some
buy
money on
that? Would you buy that song for 2 cents?
Would I buy it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd buy it.
All right, we gotta get Garth Crooks some money because
Would anybody else buy it? I don't know.
Garth used to be on top. He used to be playing huge shows, and now he's under a bridge sucking hard cocks in order to get money for whatever. I don't know. I think he's an alcoholic. That's
You
probably
can
the
put them both up because they're all great. Fucking yeehaw! No more cancer, bitch. I'm a scientist.
Yeah, we need a Wush Boon
Love it.
soundtrack. There's probably, I think we're up to 5 or 6 songs. We could have an album eventually.
Yeah, I've cut a couple out, so I can help you get them together if we want.
Yeah, well, I have all that's the thing. I never, in the beginning, I didn't release the original MP3s of the recording, so you always had to cut it out of the radio show. But I have them all, so.
Well,
There's more. There's Booney did a song a long time ago about Whitey. Remember, what was it? Oh, shot off my toe, and
shot
you're
off
to
my
blame.
toe, and I'm to blame.
Now my toe is in real pain.
Real pain.
Yeah, see, so
I got
there's,
that.
There's that. There's a lot of songs. Oh, Chef Chad did a song, I think. Remember that? I think he did a
Yep.
song. Where is Chef Chad? He reappeared here a little bit ago. I think it was a couple months back. He always like disappears for months and then just appears for one day. And he's like, "Yeah, dude, I'm like totally coming back. Don't worry. Yeah, I was getting married and that shit went down. So now I'm thinking I'll come back and I'll come back to y'all."
He's the what do you call the definition of a fleek?
Yeah, he's a little sketchy. He comes back and he's like, "Yeah, I'm here for good," and then he disappears.
Well, maybe someday it'll all come together and this is what he'll want, but
He used to be all the time. He used to be here. He really active. He used to be in the chat every fucking night. At least
I
on
think
WB.
after he started that business with those dudes, he got some real responsibilities.
His story was fucking
Uh-huh.
crazy. His brother was like banging his ex-wife.
Well, no, his ex-wife was fucking banging his brother to piss him off. Let's be fair.
That's horrible. Like you can do some fucked up shit, but fuck someone's relative, it's just wow.
Well, I mean, I've heard some girls tell me some pretty evil fucking shit that they've done to people, and They're like, yep, I fucked all their friends. I'm like, and what'd you do? Go tell them afterwards? He's like, no, let them find out afterwards.
There's a lot of people like that. They have no shame.
Well, it's like a woman fucking scorned, dude. That's their revenge.
It's the worst feeling, though. I've been cheated on. It's horrible. It is
Oh,
a
I
horrible
know.
feeling. If you thought you had no pride now, just wait till that happens.
Yep.
It just destroys you as a human being. A
you
man,
think-
you have no fucking pride left.
Nope. And then you go talk to the dude, and the guy's like, oh, I shouldn't have done it. And you're like, I just want to punch you in the face.
Actually, that's what it was. It was like, I remember it was in a long-term relationship, probably 5 years we were together, and then, things were just going bad towards the end.
Right.
And she ended up, like, there was this party at one of her friends' houses, like a friend that we all knew and hung out with, this girl. And they apparently banged in a fucking hot tub. And then, like, a week later, I was at the same house at a party, and she wasn't there because she knew I was going. And I was, like, finding out about this as I was about to get in the hot tub. They're like, that they were in this hot tub. I'm like, ugh. Oh.
Yuck.
Ow. It hurts.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
It hurt me.
Did you get in?
No, I was like, fuck that. I'm not getting it. You guys sit in the fucking semen.
You come on in there and feel it.
Yeah, no, and I just remember thinking, like, oh, now forever I'm going to think about this. And I actually contacted the kid. I didn't know him personally, like, I wasn't friends with him, and we talked on the phone one night, and I was like, she still messages me and shit and says, oh, I love you and all that type of stuff. I was like, just so you know that, I'm like, you might be having fun now, but I think we both should consider maybe shutting out this girl and never talking to her. And he actually listened to me.
Right, she's gonna keep fucking us over until one of us can't take it.
The next night after we talked on the phone, he ended up, like, dating some other girl, and she got all upset because she had plans with him and found out he was with someone else. And then she realized, oh, I made a huge mistake. So then she comes over my house crying, and she's like, I'm so sorry, I fucked up. There. And I was stupid enough to fall for it. I took
of
her
course
back.
you are. And then you give it up that day, and then the next day she's with somebody else.
No, when a girl cries, it's hard to deny.
Yep.
You're like,
Women turn on that tear tap, and that's it. It's over.
No, it was more like it was weird. Like once I took her back, it was actually better than ever for that first week. It was kind of like when we first met for a little bit, because it was like, you're always fucking banging each other. Everything's exciting again. And it lasted like a month or so. And then eventually the trust issues came up. And now it's like, fuck, now that I think about it, I don't trust her.
This is why I like my current situation. I know what's going on the other end. She's like, I'm not really into him, and I'm having my fun with you, so I'm happy. Keep going, I say. And, he was like, go make yourself happy, and she's trying to. And basically the same thing I told her is, if you ever want to move on, I'll let you be a woman all you fucking want. I'm never going to hold you back. It's just stupid for me to try and live that way.
I'm confused of the situation, though. Like, you guys are dating, but she still was...
We're not dating.
She was still trying to figure things out. Like, she wasn't absolutely like, yeah, I'm only going to be with you. She was still hanging out with other guys.
She wants right now to live with that guy. Go home there every night, go to work during the days, have fun with me at work, be nice to me at work, find time during the day, like an hour or so for lunch to run away, find time during the week for an hour, 2, 3, 4, come hang out with me one night, 2 nights, 3 nights, whatever, how it works out. And then the rest of the time, go be with him and act like they're a couple.
Who is this guy? Like, what does he do?
He's an engineer, and he makes more money than I do, so I feel no envy.
And you're agreeing to that arrangement?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Why?
What do I care? Well, dude, my head was fucked up for a long time. I got divorced, and I couldn't get a boner for a girl for fucking 4 years. Like, I had no...
Sure that's not all the prescriptions you're taking?
Well, I mean,
Totally
I started taking prescriptions when I was with my wife, and I still used to fuck her.
Fuck it. Like, when I was on opiates, I could never blow a load. I'd last like a fucking hour. And it actually turned out, it started off as a good thing. Like, oh, I could last forever. I got stamina now, but then
Yeah,
it turns into
that's
like
the girl's
it's
like, "Get off."
Yeah, so long that it's like, all right already.
No, I'm pretty good. I mean, like a week or so ago, I got myself back up to about 150, 200 milligrams a day, and it wasn't such a good idea. So I'm back down to 90 a day, and everything works great.
Well, that's another thing. I think it's hard for if people are married and they have a kid. It's very difficult to admit that things need to end because then you're like, fuck. If we put an end to this, it could ruin the kid's life. I think that's a big problem. I can't even imagine being married, one, and two, having kids. And I don't think I want that anytime soon. I'm not ready for
it all.
Did you think you were ready for it when you got married and had a kid?
Well, here's the thing. I met a girl who had an 18-month-old when I met her, and I fell in love with that little girl, and we spent the first 6 months together. We moved in together after 6 months. Like, she had an apartment with her friend, and I moved her the fuck out because I was just tired of being there with her friend having some other random black dude over every other night. And I'm like, you and me are going to get our own place. And she was like, all right, that's cool. So we moved into an apartment and a town or so over. And within 3 months, dude, I knocked her up and I asked her to marry me the next week. And she's like, I'm like, I want to take care of everything. And she's like, what do you mean take care of it? I'm like, I want to have a baby with you and will you marry me? And she's like, I thought you meant take care of it, like maybe have an abortion.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, I don't want that. Do you? She's like, no. So she married me.
What was the scenario of proposing to her? Where did you do it and how?
At my house. She had taken the day off from work because she wasn't feeling so great. So she was laying on the couch relaxing. And I got the ring delivered at work. And I went home with the ring for lunch. And
How much did you spend on the ring?
1,500 at the time. So it was 1.75 carats.
Yeah, that's not. They say that you should. I think it's what is it? They say you should spend like
6 months' salary.
Yeah,
well,
half your salary.
I spent like a month's salary on it. So anyway.
Fuck that! I'll get her like one of those lollipop rings.
Yeah, she got her Cracker Jack box.
Yeah, a lollipop ring.
Yeah, and then she asked me, "Do I want this back?" What the fuck am I gonna do with that?
Sell that shit and get the money back. You didn't take it?
I said what I want is it to be put away, and then the girls can make a necklace or somebody will do something with it later on in life. It'll be for our kids, not for you.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, but just letting her, she's not going to wear it, obviously, because it's...
No, I have it. It's in my safe, dude. So.
If you didn't have the kid, would you have taken it back, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the whole scenario. It just scares me. I can't imagine, like, oh, yeah, let's make this commitment to get married, and I just feel like, I don't know, I don't feel like it's necessary unless it's...
Well...
You should be together for at least 10 years, living together for 8 of those years at least, before you even think of marriage.
In my case, it made sense. We were sharing insurance. She was my domestic partner. We could have kept doing that. I made babies with her. If her and I stopped talking and she wanted to move out, I would still be liable for the same amount of money that I am right now every 2 weeks, you know?
I just mean as far as the success rate of it, because they say that like divorce rates are skyrocketing right now.
50-50, man. So
yeah, there's no, I just feel like
60-40 actually.
You got to be at a point where you're living together and you can actually function together and not get sick of each other. If you're at that point, then you maybe start thinking about it. 8 to 10 years. Then think about it. But there's people like, I know one of my cousins met some dude and she's fucking married to him in like a couple of months. But they're still together. They had a kid together, and it's just like. But I just think this is a long shot for that to stay.
I believe in love at first sight at times, and that.
Sure, but not marriage.
My
at
wife,
first sight.
It wasn't love at first sight, and I shouldn't have married her. So I don't know.
But you might have. You never know. You might have if you would have waited and worked on a relationship for a longer period of time before making that decision. It might have worked.
But this girl that I've met, it's I love at fucking first sight. I haven't had it happen to me since I was like 16, dude.
How long were you and your wife together, like before you got married?
2 years.
2 years, yeah.
6
see?
months we were together. We moved out. Another 6 months, we had a baby. After that, 3 months. Then we moved. Then we got married in October of 2008.
Yeah, see, that's quick, man. I think of it that way, and I'm like, okay, my
And
most
then
successful.
right afterwards, we planned to have the third baby. Like actually, like because the first one wasn't planned. It happened, and then we planned on having the third and set it all up and did it. And after I got my vasectomy, she really didn't have much interest in me anymore.
Yeah, Bailey, a lollipop ring. It's not about how much it costs; it's what it means.
Yep, the fact that I can make you babies and keep, creating income and supporting you the rest of your life. It's what it was about for her, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, I had a plan, dude. I mean, I planned on being in Manhattan by 30, and she was on board, but didn't work out. Fuck it.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I think my most successful relationship was like 5 years long, and I figure by the end of that, we thought it was so great and things were awesome, and then it just fucking went to shit out of nowhere. So you figure, okay, that's 5 years. If you were to have gotten married and 2 years into that, then eventually that 3 years later, that would have happened anyway. Probably the marriage is not going to stop those problems. Doesn't make any huge
perhaps
difference.
it's just a matter of commitment, and what are you willing to sacrifice to make whatever work,
I think there's a point in every relationship where you get to like this hurdle, and if both people aren't willing to jump over that, it ends. And it's in every fucking relationship. It might come in the form of cheating, it might come in the form of some fucking slight that they did, or something spiteful, or anything, or just the little things, like maybe you hate the way they eat their food with their mouth open, or
mine was
that.
I built my fortress of solitude in my basement, and you couldn't get down there without me letting you in. So that was about the end of that.
Yeah, your man cave.
Yeah, dude, I had magnetic fucking locks on the fucking basement door and the door to go upstairs. And if you wanted to come down, you needed to have a fucking magnetic strip card, or you had to fucking bang on the door until I pushed the button to let you in.
A magnetic strip card?
Yeah, dude, I have a DSX system. Well, I had pieces of a DSX system that I didn't need anymore, so I took them home and I hooked up 2 doors in my house.
It's like one of those things where you can set, like, give people privileges, like, oh, you can come in this room during the hours of 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yep.
And your card
set it up exactly.
I need that.
Certain times. You could set it up so one person has master access, so they could open any door anytime. So, like, this is my old shit, and there's a code on there. Where is it? So
That's
you take that code.
Get online to ride the J Wojtek ride.
Ooh, this?
Yeah.
This code
That's
means
their
nothing.
Easy Pass, or whatever they call it.
Well, this thing is coded to that system with an encrypted set of numbers, so only this code would work in my DSX.
I would need that. That's the other key thing in a relationship. My fun can't be taken away. Like, if there's a girl who's like, I don't want you to play video games anymore, get the fuck out of here.
That was one of the other things too. Like 1 year into being with each other, she was pregnant or whatever, and I decided that I was gonna replay through Final Fantasy 3 on my laptop, through an emulator. And by day 3, she was like, "I'm fucking done with this." I'm like, "I'm not. I'm gonna finish this game. See you in a couple days."
A lot of times, even when it doesn't affect your ability to parent or be committed to the relationship, they still just hate it because it's something you do without them.
Yep, and I was the one that would wake up every fucking night with the baby. I'd let her sleep at night, and all I wanted to do was play that stupid game during the day for a couple hours.
A woman should be fucking grateful if your pet.
I tell you what. I should be driving a BMW and fucking a different 19-year-old every weekend with the money I make.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a woman should be fucking thankful if your one little thing is that you play video games. Are you kidding me? My thing could be I want to go out to bars every fucking weekend. And, I end up cheating on you and doing this and all these bad things. And you could be worrying, where are you at this hour of the night? But instead, I'm fucking sitting in a room. You know where I am. You know what I'm doing. That should be a thing.
I'm in this basement.
cherish.
Well, you know, she came down to me and she's like, "Oh, I have all these nightmares that you're, locking up girls down here," and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Hiding bodies in your man
I
cave?
guess because I was being secretive. I'm like, "No, I just want fucking
Peace and
privacy."
quiet, yeah. Or we got John, the magic guy, newly chat modded. How's it feel, John?
The power, it's with great power comes great responsibility. I'm up for it, Wush, but and I thank you for it. But I just want to say that being the chat police, now I have to sit and read these people's chat, and this is one boring group of motherfuckers. So if you could start being a little more controversial and get something going, that would help my night go by faster.
So far, it has not been bad, but I'm imagining that's not going to last very long because it's a Wush Boon time slot. But I think if JMZ is on, we might start seeing shit. And you're gonna have to do some work.
We're more hateable than you guys. So
yeah, definitely. No, I just think people don't care about us and they care about you guys. But that's besides the point. You only have to do the work when you're not doing anything else. Like, you figure if you're in the chat room and you see something, then you take care of it. It doesn't mean you have to be in there more than you usually were.
Oh, no, I'm doing 8-hour shifts, and you can trust me. It's in good hands.
We need more. It's going to be you, maybe Jay Wojtek, Milkweed. I'm trying to think maybe one more person. That would be good.
Wojtek will fall asleep on the job. He'll get all baked up and then pass out like usual.
As long as he doesn't have another outburst. Like, I could see that night he might have banned Static that night. If he had that power that night. Would you have done that, Wojtek?
No, I'd never banned anybody from anywhere. It's not my place.
Oh, I'm itching for it, motherfuckers. Bring it on in the chat room, you little shits.
You see, I brought it on.
It is your place, though. That is one of your powers and responsibilities, that if you see someone... The one rule is no spamming. Like, if someone comes in and says something fucked up, whatever, we're just going to ignore that. But as far as, like, spamming the chat to where it's unusable, that person gets banned. That's it.
Oh, you gave me the power. Poor grammar's getting you banned, fuckers.
Yeah, I saw Janella was saying that you'd ban her. Booney, when I gave him the power at our old site, he used to ban me. He used to just do it to me because...
And he banned me immediately, and I had to fucking contact you, and he's like, "Don't ban him ever again."
I thought about it, Wush, but under your name now, it doesn't say ban. It just says edit or delete, so...
Well, the problem is the unban. It's Wush's problem,
They
so...
must have fixed that.
Banning is, we can be given those permissions, but to unban is not our ability.
Booney lost his privilege in about a week, I think. I don't even know if it lasted
3 days, right after I protested to get it for him.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this will be like a badge of honor that I'll pass down to my son in years to come, and he can take over the chat sheriff.
You're going to be the pod trash moderator of a site that probably won't be paid for in 5 years.
514, you're on the air.
It'll be somewhere different or better.
Washington
It's Robin.
Hey,
anyway,
Robin.
I'm gonna go back to monitoring the chat. I missed a couple things, so I want to
hurry.
hop right
Don't
on
let it
that.
go to your head. Don't let it
have
go
a
to
good
your
show.
head, John. Thank you for calling.
John's
Hi,
doing
Robin.
a great job. But I feel like since I don't drink, I would be a perfect moderator.
Yeah, maybe. I've only known you for a little bit, but I could see that maybe you would be. I don't drink either. I think that is maybe a criteria. That eliminates 90% of the people.
I think you need people that don't drink. For sure.
That's hard to come by these days.
And because I smoke weed, I'm like so like chill and like I kind of just give everyone a chance.
Yeah, but you do want to
I'm like
fill...
good at solving problems.
Yeah, but you do want to fill the chat with a bunch of pornographic gifs. That's questionable.
I know, but I think that that's helpful to the chat. I don't think that that's
sometimes
this group doesn't like that for some reason. You'd expect that a bunch of fucking men would be like, yeah, hell yeah, let's have gifs of bobbling titties. Nobody wants that here.
I want it milk and cereal.
I think that that's really weird that not everyone's into the spanking gifts and stuff, because I feel like that is...
No, you're surrounded by
I
a lot
don't know, something that everyone...
Let me ask you a
charming
question.
men.
In your spoon drawer, do you have spoons, forks, knives, and speculums?
Yes, I do. I carry a speculum with me at all times. Do you like, would you ever let a man stick a speculum in your asshole, Robin?
A speculum?
Yeah, like, and put cereal in it and eat their breakfast out of it?
you shove a spectrum where?
I'm hearing Maxwell.
I wouldn't.
I'm hearing Maxwell.
What?
I'm hearing Maxwell in the back.
Yeah, I
too.
hear Maxwell.
A
I hear
radio?
Maxwell too. Is that coming from your end?
No, I think it's you.
Are you talking to Max?
Yeah, what you have
No,
Max
I'm
on?
not talking to him. That's so weird.
Yeah. JMZ's on. That's why.
No. How is James
I think it
on?
must be on your end.
Liar.
I'm
You're
looking
on.
at current call. The group call says JMZ Pod Trash.
We have like a private chat with me and Janella and Robin and Max, and I'm telling you, these two talk to each other all the time. But when we're trying to, yeah, you guys are like having like weird conversations, and privately, I know it. You and Max. That's
we don't
why.
talk.
Yeah, that's why it says recording all the time, and when you guys are not recording, I think you're doing secret voice messages.
I don't even know him.
You don't know him?
What are you talking about?
I still hear him. What is that? Tell him to call in.
I don't even hear who.
Maxwell. I hear him in the background.
Oh. That's weird.
No, it's not.
You don't talk. That's why.
See?
So, anyway, well, okay, you can think about it, and you can think about the spanking gifts too.
Well, wait, let me give you a test. Let me give you a test here.
Okay.
Okay. Shut up, Max. Jesus.
Fucking. That's something. If you're a heterosexual man and you don't want to see a good girl with a nice ass being spanked, seriously, something wrong with it.
There is a girl. No, I approve that gift. There's a gift of the spanking I did, but there are other ones where like, assholes being opened and weird things going on, which I like the gifts. They're good gifts, but I just think in the chat room it's not situational. Like, what situation do you use those in?
Like the ones of me putting on my makeup or my socks?
Well, there was one you
I
sent
feel
me
like
of your foot. What the fuck is that? What was that?
What about the gifts with like Jack Nicholson or all those other weird ones that people put in there? Like, what the fuck's the difference?
Those are situational. You always need Jack Nicholson. In every situation he applies, I think. And those are submitted. Those are all submitted by different people. The ones that I've put in there are just the South Park ones.
So how was the milk cereal voted down? I mean, I voted it to be the bottom, not go away.
People demanded it be removed.
Who's people and how many?
I don't know.
I don't want to question you. I understand. It's fine.
I think one or two people are like, this is gross. Like, we're showing up to a chat room and there's a photo of a woman eating cereal out of another woman's asshole.
Well, I said the same thing to you. I just wanted it to be at the end. Yeah, it was. You're right.
I'm willing to do anything based on majority vote. So if enough people said, hey, like I want gifts, the Robin gifts that you submitted, I would put them in there.
Let's make a poll or something. How can we do that here?
Yeah, but I just...
Do you want me to make a poll?
Every fucking website, though, is like that, though. It's just like guys posting gifs of like women bobbling their tits around. It's like, do we really need that, though?
No.
I think it kind of devalues us a little bit.
We need a vote on whether to bring back milk cereal, and we need a couple more votes on other gifts that aren't, just boobs. And
I think it's a powerful thing to have females here who are just as important as the other hosts here, and that the chat room isn't a bunch of guys jerking their dicks every 2 seconds. They could still do it, just, not visibly showing that they're doing it. And why do we need bobbling tits when we have actual women here? I think that's usually for people who don't have any interaction with women that they post that shit, because they're like, well, we can stare at this gif of tits bobbling around because there's no women here, but there is actually women here.
That's actually the best gift, Bill Cosby.
Yeah, bobble. Those tits should bobble.
I think like all of the women, like some of it's in question, right?
Some of it's in question. What do you mean? What, that certain people are actually
if
women?
they're actually women.
I don't know. That is possible. I have seen men do that, pretend to be women. That would be kind of strange.
Yeah,
it's a lot of effort. That's a lot of effort to put in. It would be kind of funny though if that was the case.
Yeah, dude, it's been like 10. You think Janella's a girl? I mean, a guy? If I hadn't talked to Janelle, I might agree with you.
How does she prove that she's a woman? We'll have to figure that out.
You get on the phone with her, and if that's a guy's voice, then
No, that's not true. A guy can have a woman's voice.
I guess you're
voice.
right.
She'd have to pull her pants down, I think.
Yeah.
We'd have to check it.
I'm half a eunuch. Can't you tell?
Robin is clearly a woman, I guess, right?
Yeah, Janelle,
I
you
don't
gotta,
know. No one
you gotta
knows
show
for
us your
sure.
vagina.
Max, can you clarify if she's actually a woman? I think Robin's calling people out, but
Complete with Jace. I don't
No,
know.
he's not.
Seen her vagina, so I don't know. All in question.
Yeah, when you got in there, did you feel a cervix in the back? Because those other ones, they're fake, and they just put stints in them, and they keep them open.
what the fuck are you talking about, man?
You gotta feel a cervix back there.
Who are you referring to, Robin? Are you not going to say? Because, I mean, when you say that, it's kind of impossible not to know who you're talking about.
Janelle, I'm making a horrible joke.
There's
Calm
only
down.
5 women here, so, I mean, who could it be? You might as well say it.
Janelle's getting
Okay,
mad.
well, it was good talk. Good talk.
We're kidding, Janella.
Thank
Take
you.
it personal. Stop it. We love you. You're the best.
Yeah, I was kidding, Janella. I'm like,
Yes, we are. Very much.
Thank you, Robin.
We love you, Janelle.
Thank
love
you, Max.
Janella.
I love you, Max.
Call in and defend yourself, Janella, quickly.
Thank you. We used to have that. Remember in WDM days, like we used to, every woman that showed up, we had to fucking like interrogate her.
Yep.
And it wasn't just like, the rule was, okay, if you're a real woman, take a photo of yourself and share it while holding a sign that says Wush Boon on it.
Right.
And they used to do it for real. Like they take
I
a
remember.
photo of themselves holding up a sign that said Wush Boon on it. And only then were you actually a woman.
Yeah, well, you were the only one that was allowed to verify, and you'd be like, yep, it's true. And I'm like, all right, let's see it. And you're like, no, fucker.
See, yeah, but that vouches for me. I have never shared a photo of a woman ever, even normal photos. And I've been asked a lot of times, like what Cambaru used to come around at first, and they'd be like, yo, man, share those photos. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah,
doing
you've
that.
always been good and respectful to those ladies that would give you whatever. So
I think it's I respect
kudos.
Privacy is a big deal, and I've seen that happen where guys, like, even just in relationships, they break up with a woman and they start sending out photos of their ex naked and shit. And it's like,
I've sent out some pictures.
be like, I'll accept the photo, but I'm not fucking
They're
down with that.
all PG though, you know.
No, this guy that I knew, one of my friends was dating a girl that I knew, and when they broke up, they had a really bad fight. And what he did was he went on Facebook and he posted nude photos of her on his Facebook as part of like his photo library, and he linked me to it randomly. I was like going about my day and I get a random message. He's like, check this out, man. And he sent me a link. I'm like, oh, what's this? I tap on the link and it immediately goes to a naked picture of her. I was like, what the fuck? And I think he got off on the idea of just sending a nude photo of his ex-girlfriend to a guy and having him see it.
You're like, you fucking dirtbag, thanks so much.
The first thing I did was I went to her and I told her, because I was like, that's fucked up, man.
Guess what dirtbaggy I did to you?
I did like seeing the photo, though, I won't lie. I was like, wow, this is weird. A girl that I know, I'm seeing her naked. That's like, that kind of digs into the amateur porn thing, because I'm into amateur porn. I know what
you mean, for sure, but fucking it's such a violation of that girl's privacy.
I don't want to see some professional porn star naked. I want to see like some girl I know naked. That's a
I
big
do if
benefit.
she's okay with it. I don't feel okay with it when she doesn't know, you know?
Yeah, that girl was a little weird too. It was like, I remember telling her.
I have a sister that's fucking 25, and I got daughters, and it just fucks up my head, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, when I was 17 to fucking 25, I'd be like, yeah, come on, let me see your naked girlfriend pictures. So, but, you know, I think I've aged a bit, and I'm not really down with seeing things that women don't want me to see.
Yeah, I remember telling her, and she was like, well, what did you look at it? And I was like, of course I did. How did I not? It was impossible not to see it. She's like, well, did you delete it right away? And like, she was like asking me all these questions.
Was it even a
I was
choice?
like, yeah, I deleted it.
If it's posted on Facebook, how is it your choice?
I did not delete it, for the record.
Well, I mean, what screen capped it, of course.
Yeah,
Told her, yeah, it's deleted.
Yeah, I might as well put it to use if it happened. There's no point in deleting it.
If it's good, I don't blame you. But yeah, that's not fair to girls. It's pretty shitty. And actually, they're passing laws now that you'll be in some deep shit for fucking doing that to a girl.
It's happened to me actually. The
law?
No. When I was the same girl I was dating, I sent photos before. It was like the only time I've done it in a relationship. And like, well, she would be with friends and stuff. Like, she'd be out, and I'd just send her a picture just as a joke, like just a dick pic, and I'd send it to her, and I'd be like, yeah. And she'd be like, oh, and, you know, try to get her mind off what she was doing. So I would send it to her while she was out with her friends, and she would show that she would show it to them while she was with them. Like, what the fuck? That wasn't for them. That was for you.
Yeah,
that was the only time I did that, because normally I just would never do that.
Yeah, you know what that means? It means that girl wasn't really into you.
Well, she lasted 5 years, so.
Well, that's one thing, but you know, if she's willing to show your fucking cock to all her fucking friends and go, I mean, you know, she ain't.
It was free advertising.
She ain't all about you. You know?
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta have a girl that has your back 100% can keep your fucking secrets, and if they can't, why waste your fucking time with them?
There's guys like who will send pictures of their dick to completely strange women who they've never even talked to or talked to for a few days. I'm like, how do you do that, dude? Do you honestly think that that's gonna work? And in their mind,
I think one out of
100
100 times it works, and so they just keep doing it.
It never works, not once, unless the woman is some hooker or a fucking, you know.
And she's like, how much?
Yeah, if you have some money or something and she knows that and you send her a picture of dick, she'll overlook the fact that you did that. That's about the best you're going to get with that.
And then I send her a picture of this and she's like, let's go, come on.
Yeah, that will work way better than a dick picture. I feel like it's insane to me that guys actually believe that is something that'll work. Yeah, this chick's definitely going to look at my dick and be like, I want to date that guy right now. I need that dick. Like,
yeah, man,
dick
it's so fucking stupid.
A frivolous thing that, every man has one. Some are bigger than others, but they're all just dicks.
I've had lots of girls in my work line come to me and be like, oh, so I've heard about your problems and blah, 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 blah. You want to hang out sometime? I'm like, all right, fine, we'll hang out. So they get here, maybe we'll smoke a little whatever, and then they're like, well, can I have one of those? I'm like, well, when I kill you, no, you can't. I'm not interested.
So the women are dating you with the idea in their head that maybe eventually they'll get some pills off you?
It's been years since that's happened, but it's happened. So they come over, smoke some weed with me, and then they're like, how do I get like a couple of those? I'm like, you go to your doctor and you tell them what's wrong with you.
I had a girl who I dated, and she literally just like wanted to smoke weed all the time. Like, she'd be like, I'll hang out with him and I'll have a lot of weed. And yeah, she did. That was it. She'd come over and, smoke weed. I'd give her a bunch of weed, and then we'd have sex at the end of the night. And that was the whole process.
Yeah, from like 17.
She stole from me. She stole weed from me too.
Dirtbag.
I had I was growing weed at the time, so I had plants in my room, in my closet. I had a whole operation going on. And I remember one night I came back after I hung out with her, and I looked in the closet, and there was like little buds missing off the plant that weren't even flowered yet. They weren't ready to harvest, and she didn't know anything about growing. She figured you could just...
she's like, they look good enough.
Yeah. She thought, I could probably just pluck off a little bit of this and smoke it. She didn't realize. Of course, I noticed it because those plants become like children to you.
Yeah,
it
looks like, if your kid has a fucking scrape on the knee that you didn't notice 2 days ago, you're like, what the hell is this?
I was in there with a fucking magnifying lens, like, something's missing here, and I see the little buds missing that were plucked off like cherries. And I asked her too. I remember I was like, "Did you go in my closet and take something?" And she's like, "What? No, I don't know what you're talking about." I was like, "Okay," because at that point I was like,
you can't
"Is it really worth ruining this? This situation I got here over that?" And if weed is all she wants, I don't care.
The problem is that next time you got fucking $100 on your dresser, that's gonna go too. So.
Yeah, probably. That's
So
to hide all the money.
I don't deal with thieves.
I never keep money out anywhere.
Well, I'm just saying, once a thief fucking, that's it. They're gonna.
Have you
they're
ever
gonna
had a
rob you.
girl steal from you when you're hanging out?
Not that I know of, that I noticed. Maybe.
I think that if that's one of the worries that you have to worry about your money being stolen, you're probably
I've never had a
wrong
worry, and
situation.
every time they're leaving, I'm like, you want some of this greeny shit? You can have some, whatever.
Greeny shit?
Yeah, whatever. I give them like a gram or two and send them on their way. That means you gotta come back and see me in 3 days.
Those were fun days, though. You smoke some weed with the girl, and that heightens the experience. It makes it much better.
It's all good. So you hook them up for like a couple days and make themselves happy, and then they'll be coming back to you.
Yeah, but weed, too. I don't smoke weed anymore, either. It's like, fuck. I'm still chasing, like, some feeling, though. Like, I'll drink an energy drink, I'll smoke cigarettes, and they're probably two of the worst substances to use. But I just can't, I don't know, smoking weed just ruined my day every time now. It doesn't work. I'm anxious when I smoke it, and it's like I'm angry and jealous that people can smoke it and have a good time.
I've noticed that if I don't take any opioids or benzodiazepines with just weed, I get fucking major anxiety.
That is it. I used to, like, at one point when I was abusing the opiates, I could smoke weed at that point.
Yep.
Because I was on them, and I'm like, wow, when I take a pill and then I smoke, I was able to just smoke like a pound of fucking weed if I wanted to. And
That
never
made you
get
feel
anxious.
badass.
Yeah, I feel the actual feeling. You never get like paranoid or an anxiety attack. But then
and then the other way is you can fucking smoke and then take a fucking Xanax and you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's what it is. I think anxiety has ruined a lot of things in my life.
Well, and that's why a lot of people fucking smoke weed and drink alcohol, because they're like, oh, I'm paranoid. No, I'm good now.
That is why people drink alcohol. To kill that same feeling.
Yep.
And it's like, why do we all feel that way? Why are we all so anxious all the time? And we have to fucking
because we
cure
feel
ourselves.
like things should be better, and we want them to be better, and we don't know how to do it, and
it ain't getting better. Donald Trump being a president, and those are the type of things with the war going on.
Can you imagine if he got elected president? Well, what the fuck would happen in this country?
We'd probably get nuked.
I don't think we'd get nuked. I just think the whole financial system would be, exposed for the fraud that it is, and he would bring this country fucking to its knees.
It would be the ultimate Republican. That's what he would be. It would be like everything a Republican believes, he would believe it tenfold.
Yep.
So we'd have, mosques being shut down, people put in jail for practicing Islam. We'd have Celebrity Apprentice that would essentially just be his political party. That's what it would be like. He'd be president, and the people surrounding him would be like they're on a contestant on his fucking TV show. You're fired.
My Secretary of State, you're fired.
You're fired.
Yeah, it's
That is. Who would be his vice president?
Dude, those super PACs and bullshit are in place so that people like that can't become president. That's all it is.
He would have fucking Omarosa as his vice president. That's
Omarosa, you did such a good job managing that billboard project. You should be my VP.
214, you're on the air. 214. Hello, sir.
Good evening, boys.
This is J Dummy.
What's up, Dallas?
I recognize it. What's up, J Dummy?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Not much.
Bailey in the chat is saying she's been trying to call in to prove she's a female.
I've never.
I think she might be dialing the wrong number or something. I got right through.
Yeah, no calls have come in. 917-477-7701 if you want to call in, Bailey or anybody else. So what's up, J Dummy? What do you got to say? What's on your mind?
Oh, not much. Yeah, I just drinking a little. I shoved a clozapam and a Xanax in my earlier, having a good time listening to the show.
Clozapam? What the fuck is that? Clozapam?
It's a benzo.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a benzo. Yeah.
What are you prescribed that for? For anxiety?
Yeah, well, I wanted Ambien, but she wouldn't give it to me. She was like, I fits you better. It's, I'm a nuthead, I guess.
What she give you? 1, 0.2, 0.5, 2 milligram? What?
No, I think they're 5 milligrams.
There's no 5 milligram.
I don't know, 50. You put the phone down and go look at the rack.
All right.
Breaking up a little bit there.
Your only options are 1 milligram, 0.5, 2 milligram, 0.25, or 0.125.
Then they're 0.5, and there's a 5
There you
on
go.
there. Yeah,
You got
it
it
must
then.
be 0.5. Yeah.
It's half. All right, you're cool.
I had some 5 hydrocodones. I got rid of those. Ate all my Flexerol 10 milligrams.
How many clozapams did you have today?
I only took 1, but
How many
my
dr-
wife got some Xanax from a buddy.
Doesn't
give me
drinking
Xanax.
drinking on that shit just fuck you up though? Like benzos
Oh, yeah.
and alcohol?
Oh
many-
yeah,
how many drinks have you
tomorrow's
had?
gonna be fun. This is probably my 6th vodka.
All right, don't have any more fucking clozapam or Xanax, please.
Oh no, I'm done with that. I'm good. But my thing
Tomorrow, when you're hungover as fuck, you can have 1 clozapam or a fucking Xanax, and you won't be hungover anymore. Just don't start drinking. Heads up from Dr. Jackass.
Anxiety is a really huge problem. It's everyone's suffering from it, I think. Just everyone's trying to fucking cure it with the wrong medicine.
It takes willpower and want, and
I think I'll probably always
takes a
be
village.
abusing something for my entire life. I'll either be smoking cigarettes or
I
maybe
felt
drinking
that.
alcohol or doing something else. I don't think I'll ever be absolutely sober, and that scares me. It's going to be the rest of my life.
I'm the same way, buddy.
Yeah.
917, not 977, Bailey. 917-477-7701.
How many drinks did Bailey have?
I have not received any calls. So here's another call coming in. We're just fine. Chuck Steak. Chuck Steak is on the air now.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Chuck? Where's your fucking brother, man? He's just absolutely gone.
I tried calling him 3 times.
I'm worried now. Now I'm like, okay, he if he would have showed up late, that's one thing, but now he just has not responded, and he's gone the whole show. Something definitely wrong.
I saw him today.
When?
He swung by before I had to go to work. His kid was here. But I'm sure he's fine. He just fucking doesn't care anymore.
That's what I think, because last week he just shows up 10 minutes late. He's like, oh, I forgot what time it was. I was eating Chinese food. I'm like, you
And
know
you remember
what
him
time it
saying
is.
last week, I don't know if I'm going to end up being bored of this and finding another thing to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I feel like he's recusing himself from the show and on purpose.
Yeah, he's going all Howard. He's trying to phase it out.
Hey,
But anyway,
I'll be here.
all this pill talk has got me fucking. It's got me a decision to be made, so I might as well ask Jay Voigt.
Yeah, what's up?
I asked Jay Dummy because I want to be more refined, gentlemen. What goes best with a Four Loko? I have
0. Nothing goes with alcohol.
I have
Oh, come on. Now you're being a
oxycodone.
fruit.
I have no advice for you.
All right, Jay Dummy, you're gonna have to answer it.
I'm on.
Diazepam.
Where'd you get oxycodone from, Chuck? You
I
bought
was
it?
laid out with a fucking terrible.
Listen to me.
rotten
How many
dip.
how many beers do you have?
Well, one Four Loko is like a 6-pack of beer.
How many
I got-
beers have you had today?
I'm pretty well sober right now.
How much alcohol have you had today?
That's a loaded question.
No, it's not. I'm trying to help you. How much alcohol have you had today?
Not that much.
Dude, 1 Four Loko, 8 Four Locos, 3 Four Locos.
No, a half of a Four Loko.
Okay, stop drinking right now. And what else do you got?
What, for booze or pills?
No, for pills and not booze.
Oh. Well, I want to combine the two.
Well, you're done with that. There's no advice for you with alcohol and anything else. What else do you have?
I have 5 milligram diazepam.
Great.
Oxycodone,
How often
but
do you
it has
take benzodiazepines?
acetaminophen in it.
Hey,
What?
how often do you take benzodiazepine?
It's not benzodiazepam. It's just Valium.
How often have you taken a Xanax, a benzodiazepam, a clonazepam, anything of that nature?
Oh, I pop like. Listen, hold on. Let me just read the bottle. I'm a total lightweight when it comes to pills. I don't even really care about them.
When's the last time you took anything of that nature? You don't even understand what that nature is.
At this juncture.
I crack one Xanax in half and take it.
Well, that's
before
different
work.
than something else.
Hold
And
on
you
here.
do that every day?
Hold on with this fucking.
No. Only on days like.
When you're
I've
Just
had
eat
this
the whole
for like
bottle.
fucking 4 months.
Eat the whole bottle.
You know
We
what?
got 978
Chuck,
on the air.
Chuck,
I want to see
Chuck,
who this is.
Chuck,
978.
Skype me after directly, please.
Hey, Wushy.
All right.
Stop drinking.
978. 978.
Yeah, Chuck in Boston. What's up, guys?
Hello, Chuck. How are you? I thought you
My
might be
doppelganger.
Who's that, Chuck Roast?
Chuck Steak.
Chuck Steak. Oh, sorry about that.
Chuck
hey,
Roast.
where's Booney
Chuck Roast.
tonight?
Show some
I just started listening. He didn't quit the show in protest, did he?
I think
I
he
don't
might
know.
have. I have no idea where he is. He has not been
Well,
responding.
I spent an hour with him last night upgrading his RAM, so he told me that he can do the show really awesomely. So I don't understand.
Either he
Yeah,
fell
see how
asleep.
he shits on you?
I think he fell asleep. That's really what happened.
Well, it's eating shit on me. It's
The past 2 weeks, he has fallen asleep and then goes, shit, I fell asleep, sorry. But he usually shows up like 10 minutes after the show starts, but not this time. It was bound to happen.
I just had one quick question, and I don't want to beat a dead horse because, like I said, I just started listening. But did Joey Boots' head ever shrink down to normal size or what?
Joey is still doing his show here. We're not on good terms. I have not spoken to him, but he still does his show, and that's kind of where we're at now.
Okay.
Although I think he said thanks tonight. He said thanks tonight on the show, Wush. He thanked you.
Yeah, I did hear that. That's progress, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I first heard about his show through Howard, obviously, but then I started listening to you guys, and I gotta tell you, my Friday nights are just the best now. I enjoy the show so much, your show and his.
Thank you. That's awesome. That's good to hear. I think
Wow.
everyone here is working together, and I think we should all support each other, regardless of the personal feelings. That's my stance on it. That's why he's still here, and I didn't get rid of him. I figured there's people who do enjoy his show and listen to it, so it would be a stupid decision to end it over something so frivolous.
Right.
Hey, you know what, Wush? Even me and Janela were trading period jokes in chat.
There you go. See, we can all get together and get along. But Chuck, you've been kind of out of control lately. What is going on with you?
I try to make things entertaining, and there's nothing more fucking boring than a healthy, happy community.
I don't think that's all that it is. There's something genuine and real there that you seem to have an issue with, and I'm not going to let you get into that side.
Tell me one time that you've known me where I haven't had one target.
It's usually me, honestly.
No.
Usually you would call in and say I'm doing something wrong.
That's your Asperger's.
It probably is, but I liked it better that way. Because I feel like we can handle it, and the fucking listeners might not be able to. Because they don't understand our humor. So when you're coming at people saying, oh, you're just here to do this or that, they take it to heart, and I think you don't realize that.
Well, I was misinformed on that, and that was coming from a place that I was playing dual roles there. One was entertaining, the other one was actually getting something off my chest that I thought to be true.
Yeah, and I gave you your answer, and I think that we should end any discussion of that bullshit from this point on, because it is not beneficial to us in any way. And without it, we're having more fun. I think it's time to move on, and nobody should bring it up. No one. Not one person.
I agree. It serves no purpose other than making Maxwell crazy, which is always fucking radio gold.
Well, like I've said, I wish whoever ex-hosts, both people who have left here, I'm not going to name them, but I'm going to say I support them and wish them the best. And I just wish that everybody would move the fuck on so we can do our shows and not constantly be dragged back by stupid shit no one cares about. Like, I don't want to have names that I don't know mentioned in chat, and people are telling stories about things that go on outside of Pod Trash. It's like,
Yeah,
who
if I hear the name
cares?
Chad one more time, I'm gonna fucking blow my
Dude,
brain.
me and my
I
friend
know.
Red Sox Jeff.
That is what it is. It's like the conversation's like steering away from anything anyone here knows. It's like, imagine if you came to Pod Trash for the first time and you go in
Remember
the chat
when
room and that
Nick
shit's being
Tyson did
discussed.
that?
No one cares about it, and it just it hurts. It makes us look bad because it reflects on the shows. They might think, oh, this discussion must have to do with these radio shows. Let's not come here anymore.
Yeah, but don't you appreciate the chaos on any kind of level?
Within our fucking little bubble, yeah, I like it when we're fighting and there's controversy within Pod Trash, but I don't want to hear about their controversy because it's frankly not interesting and unfunny and sucks.
Like, we don't want to hear about their universe, and we don't need to bring up things like Iron Nick Tyson, right?
Yeah, like when, the fights that go on here are real. They're 100% real. They're not fabricated. Like,
Yeah, I'm about to pick a fight with Wojtek. I mean, this man wants to take pills and drink a beer, Wojtek. You're being a real fighter.
I have zero advice for anybody that would like to take any pill and then mix it with alcohol. So, sorry.
Right, because
You
he's
are
responsible. He's
I
very
know,
responsible.
you're too responsible.
You're asking to die. You're asking to die. Why don't you go get cyanide, eat rat poison?
I didn't even know that. I didn't even
You
know
think I'll
that.
pass out and my neck will turn blue?
I didn't
for,
even know that
45
Chuck
minutes?
Steak. I didn't even know that you use pills. I didn't know you took pills.
I don't. This is all very new to me.
Yeah, he got
get the fuck
excited
out.
off y'all's talk because you're bad influences. And now he's
So,
looking for a little advice.
here's
And
a
I say,
good way.
you crack a nice IPA, you take one of those hydrocodones, you
No,
sit back and you
no.
watch a little TV.
No. What he does is he throws those fucking pills in the trash right now because he's finally in a position where he can not make a bad decision. He's at the beginning where you can choose not to take it, and I think
I
he
already
should.
swallowed a Percocet.
Well, that's fine, but
yeah.
don't do it again
cold for like 2
tomorrow and the
weeks.
next day and the next day and the next day, Charles.
No,
Eventually,
yeah, I'm not like
it
that.
becomes a fucking problem, dude. You have no idea.
I do have an idea.
No, you
trust
don't. You have no clue.
He does. He's an alcoholic. He has a
Yeah,
pretty good
he's
idea.
an alcoholic is a fucking cakewalk compared to.
Yep.
You have no idea.
Hell yeah, you can still poop when you're an alcoholic.
Yeah, at least your poop comes out.
You poop more.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
J-Void, me and Booney were in a band, whatever, it doesn't matter, a long time ago, but, all right, so we're both alcoholics. The rest of the guys, who I thought were the responsible ones, they look like they're fucking 90 years old now from pills.
Like me, right?
Well, there's both situations. I've seen people who are heroin addicts and seem to never age. It's very strange. You think of like rock stars, like any type of rock star that's a heroin addict, and they don't look old. Like they never age, it seems. But then there's ones that turn into like hookers. They look like hookers.
It depends on how they're doing it, dude. If you're slamming that shit into your veins and you're mixing it with
That's it.
Coke
I
and
think
H, you're fucked.
I think it's the difference between shooting it and snorting it is a big
Yeah,
difference.
snorting it's a little easier on you, I think.
Yeah, I never shot needles. I can't even think of like getting blood drawn. I hate that.
Yeah, you're
No, but I snorted some heroin and shit. They used to cut it with Nitol down here, and they called it cheese or Chiva.
I almost shit my pants on heroin. Like the first time I did it, it just made me almost shit my pants.
Sounds like he gave you a whole fuckload of
Your
baby
whole
laxative.
body just relaxes down to your fucking asshole muscles, and you go, oh yeah, nice euphoria, and then you come so close to shitting your pants, and that's
Shouldn't it tighten you up worse than Oxy though?
No, it didn't. It like right when you snort heroin the first time, you either get nauseous,
Maybe not that first
or
time,
you almost
yeah.
shit. You shit yourself.
I don't remember reading this in the disclaimer.
You don't remember
God
the
damn it.
story Artie told about how he was in I think
Yeah,
a taxi and he shit his pants on heroin and then he had to
Yeah.
throw his pants in the road?
Yep, and he was puking out the car door, and the cop drove by, and he goes, "Artie!"
Now
Drove away.
imagine the person who just walks down the street and finds a pair of pants just on the road and they're shitting them.
Oh, yuck.
Dude, I shit my
And
pants
you
at
know,
work
and you
one
know if you're a
time.
bum walking down that fucking street, you're gonna try and look in those pants to see if there's a wallet or money or whatever in them.
No, just
You're
shit.
gonna put a hand in that pocket and go, "Oh God!"
Wait, hold on, J Dummy shit your pants at work? What happened there?
Well, yeah, it's actually happened twice. It's not the proudest moments of my life, but one was a while back, and I was in an office building. So, like, my office had, like, 8 people, and then there were other people in the building, right? So we all shared a bathroom and shit. And I realized I sharted my pants. I'm like, motherfucker. I get to the bathroom, I pull my shit down. I'm like, oh, this is a mess. I pull out my knife.
How do you realize? Like, you farted and then you're like...
Come on.
Yeah. No, I was
I
like
got
finishing
you.
up a phone call. Yeah, I'm finishing up a phone call, and I'm like, I don't think that was kosher. So I fucking go to the bathroom, and I look, and I'm like, motherfucker. I just take my knife out, I cut my boxers off, and I just throw them in the fucking trash can.
Yeah.
Hey, did your coworkers see you doing the duck walk?
No, I play shit off cool, Chuck. I mean, nobody knows. You know what I mean?
he
I'm
waddled
like,
in there
yeah.
so he can cut those boxers off. He let it squish in good.
I waddle anyway. My back's all fucked up. I kind of have a Humpty Dumpty. You waddle anyway, so nobody paid no mind. But,
Did it run down your leg? Did you have to wipe it off your legs?
No, nothing like that. It was like, all right, I'm going to call you back. Click. But there was another time where I was at I work from home. So, like, I'm 3 steps away from my own bathroom. And I'm calling this account, and my stomach just flips. And, that sounded like a gunshot, motherfucker. That was close.
I heard that.
Yeah, that was like, no bullshit. That was real fucking
sound
close.
like a 22 fucking right outside your house.
Yeah, like 2 houses down maybe. So I'm going to get my knife in between my teeth and go check this out after the story. But
yeah,
anyway,
you're going to have to call back on that one.
I will.
If someone breaks in shooting, definitely call us back so we can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. They picked the wrong motherfucker. So I'm dialing an account, my stomach flips, and like right as I go to hang up the phone, she's like, hello? And it's somebody I've been playing phone tag with for a week. So I couldn't I had to take the opportunity to talk to her, and I proceed to shit my pants and finish my 3-minute conversations with this bitch as I'm like hovering over my own work chair. Luckily I work from home, but I like hang up the phone. I was like, well, I'm glad I caught her, but this is degrading.
I don't think I've shit my pants since 1999, dude.
No, this was like not even a year ago. This is like 9 months ago. And my boss tried to give me shit. I go, let me tell you a story. The other day, I shit my pants. And I was on the phone with a customer, and they had no idea. And they thanked me for my service as I'm sitting there shitting my pants. So don't tell me about dedication.
And your boss is like, thanks for your service. We'll talk later.
Yeah, basically. I go, I'm a soldier. I shit my pants while on the phone with a fucking customer. They had no idea. She's like, well, tomorrow will be a better day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. It's like, that's right. See you later. I'm a soldier, motherfucker.
I wanted to tell you my cop story quick. You want to hear it or no?
Please.
Well, I don't know if I want to hear it.
Well, when I was a 17-year-old kid, I had an 89 Trans Am, fucking 25th anniversary edition, souped out, badass, best fucking car you can have, right? I don't know why my father got it for me. Well, my father wanted to drive it every now and then, so he's stupid. So anyway, that was my car. And one night I was hanging out with this chick, ended up not getting any. I wasn't happy, and then she just wanted to go home. So fine, we're going home. There's this back road through this one town between all of our towns. If you're ever in northeastern Pennsylvania, it's like 15 fucking tiny towns right next to each other. So anyway, the back road in Swearsville is 35 miles an hour. I was doing about 160 down the back of it. And this cop was walking out of his house. And I didn't see him. I had no idea that he had a cop car. I had no clue. So blew by him. Apparently he got in his car, starts chasing me, and her house is like 7 or 8 more like streets down. I make it down, turn down, get in front of her house. She gets out, gets in, and as soon as she gets in her house, I see the cop's car lights, coming down the street. I have, T-tops on the fucking car. I have my windows down. I was fucking chilling. It was fucking middle of fucking summer. And the guy's like, what's your name? And I go, Wojtek. And he goes, what? And he grabbed me by my fucking shirt and ripped me out of the fucking car through the T-tops, put me down on the ground. And he's like, give me your fucking license. And I said, I will if you let me hand it to you. And, let me go. And I gave him my license. And he's like, Jeff Wojtek, hold on. And he made me sit down. And he went back to his car. And he made a couple phone calls. And within 5 minutes, I hear, yep, I'll be right there. There's another fucking cruiser there. And I'm sitting there, like, shitting my pants. I'm like, I'm going to fucking jail. And, like, I hadn't had a drink.
Actually shitting your pants? You have to be specific.
I was scared. I was, like, just, I was scared of what was about to happen to me because I have never done that before, and I did not expect any protection. So anyway, the second police car that showed up was my cousin, who was a state trooper, and he opened up the back trunk of my car, and he found a full bottle of vodka that was sealed, and he goes, "What are you gonna do with this?" And I goes, "I think that's my father's. It's his car too." And he threw it in the front seat, and he said, "Get the fuck home." And that was it.
That's your fucking jail story?
Well, that was my potential jail story that I got completely out of after a cop ripped me out of the car and was going to beat me up. But
I've escaped from the police before.
I never tried that.
Oh, I've done that 100 times.
Me and my brother. No, in a car. We were getting. Me and my brother were driving back from like a Blockbuster or something.
You got away from a cop in a car.
And he had a Nissan Maxima. And we fucking gunned it back to my house, went right into the driveway, into the garage, and closed the garage door. And the cop flew right back by my house, and we got away.
Amazing, man.
Yeah, he was nuts. He was like going 100 miles an hour down our fucking road, which is like a 15, 20 mile limit.
Dude, all he had to do was catch half your plate and your model of your car, and he's going to come find you, you know?
Yeah, he was coming. No, the thing was, we were crossing past. The cop was in the opposite lane going the opposite way, and he made a U-E, banged a U-E, and started chasing us. My brother saw this. He's like, this guy's going to try and pull us over before he even put the lights on, and he just gunned it, and we fucking made it home and got away.
So the lights were never on while you ran, or no?
No, they were when he turned around and turned them on, but we were already down my block.
Yeah, but he had already taken that turn. Get the fuck out.
This did happen 25 years ago, so it's not a big deal.
Well, the trick is to put your right directional on and then take a left, and it works every time.
Yeah, the best thing to do is let it roll like 10 miles an hour and then jump out while it's doing 10. It always works out for the person jumping out because that rear wheel never runs you to fuck over. And that cop just comes and grabs you and lets that car roll into whatever the fuck it's going to roll into. It's my favorite move. I love it when they do that.
Jeff Wojtek, king of ghost riding the whip. He'll let that fucker roll and go.
What does he care? His dad's going to buy him a new fucking Grand National.
Oh, man, that's awesome,
I'm just talking about every fucking cops that I've ever seen.
Suburban badasses. That's what's going on.
I got searched for weed. I got searched for drugs one time. My buddy, we were supposed to meet in my friend's house, and instead of just going to my friend lived 2 houses down from the four-way stop. So instead of just pulling into his driveway and doing the shit, he's like, "Well, let me just give it to you now." So he basically hands me a quarter bag of weed at the four-way stop, and a cop is like literally right behind
Looking
us.
at you.
And I'm like, "Motherfuck!" Well, it's in my hand now, and he drives the fuck off. So I fucking put it in my pocket. And the cops call into somebody to say, "Hey, you might want to catch these guys at the next four-way stop, or the next light."
So you were in the car with him, or you made a transaction?
No, me and my
walked
friend.
away?
Yeah, me and my friend were on. He was riding his bike and I was on foot. It was like, and he was like, "What was that all about?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a guy I go to school with. They were driving by us. I was just saying what's up." He's like, "It looked a little suspicious. You mind if we search you?" And I was like, "I ain't got anything on me," and I pulled my pockets out, but the slightest little bit of corner, so it showed the white of the inside of the linen of my pocket.
Oh, you gotta say, I don't submit to searches, sir.
Well, I should have, but I was a dummy. I was like, I ain't have nothing. So I pulled, one pocket was completely empty. I pulled it all the way out. And the other pocket had the bag of weed in it, and I just pulled a quarter out. But you're basically seeing the insides of both pockets.
Right.
I was like, as you can see, I don't have anything in my pockets.
As you had the other thing in your palm.
Yeah. No, I had the fucking thing in my pocket, but I only pulled out a small piece of the inner pocket, basically.
Right. But so yeah, can I search you? And you're like, look. All right, I get you.
I was like, don't need. Pockets are in. All right.
Well, that was nice.
I got a good one.
It's good to be white.
One time I was jaywalking with my homies, and cops caught me, and they were like,
fucking homies.
You're jaywalking, and you're white, but you're acting like you're black, and
What color were your homies?
and you're free to go. But if you was black, I would arrest you. But
What kind of conversation is that at?
that was me in the car.
Nice hood.
When I was jaywalking. It was badass.
Usually they don't come straight out and say, "Hey, I'm a racist. Lucky I'm not. White boy,
Well,
bye."
yeah, hey, that's them. That's them police.
Oh, too funny.
This is what was going on in Chuck's head, not what the actual cop said.
Well, I was coming down from work the other day, and they just changed the speed limit to 70, and I was doing 104. The fucker got me, and he's like, "Hey, guess how fast you were going?" I'm like, "I have no idea." He's like, 104 and a 70. He's like, "Do you know how much the fine's going to be?" I'm like, "I have no idea, sir, but I am asking for your discretion."
If they ask how fast you're going, you either say the speed limit, I think, or you say nothing at all. Never.
No, I said I have no idea. I'm an idiot. I'm throwing myself on your mercy. Please give me some discretion. And he took my shit back, and he's like, "I'm giving you 79 and a 70. Your fine should have been 500 some whatever. Suspended license. Have a good life." So I'll pay $130 versus 500 and losing my license. Thanks.
All right, I got
Tell him it was impossible for you to have a good life.
Well, he realized that he would have ruined my life if he had given me what I was doing. So
He's saying your life is so bad you couldn't have had a good life. So.
Well, I mean, if I lose my license, fucking everything changes.
Wojtek's living the dream. If you ask me.
Huh?
He gets his arrest or ticket. You get off easier. It's kind of just this. Should have been.
Yeah, well, I didn't ask him to like give me 0 or anything. So I mean, I took what it was, and then I didn't have my stupid fucking license on me. I was going to meet my girl for lunch, and she fucking had everything, my wallet and fucking everything.
Hey, J-Boy, let's say it was like a Harvey Keitel situation.
Yeah.
And you knew you were going to lose your license.
Uh-huh.
And he started getting, amorous with you.
I would have given up my vehicle to him and got in the car and surrendered.
No. No, you wouldn't.
I think you squeeze the leg and you shove Oxycontins in his face till he starts foaming at the mouth, and then you just get the fuck out.
I grew up in a fucking fraternal fucking police home, family, and to always respect them. Yes, sir. No, sir. I'm wrong. You're right. And see if you show up at court if I really want to fucking argue about it. But where I'm from, I usually get out of it fucking before anything happens. So
It's funny though. That doesn't sound too much different from a very religious family, which speaks volumes of religion. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. You can't do this. You can't do that. Strict guidelines.
Fucking cops with their...
A cop and
yes, sir.
religious.
It's just fucking gross.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Religion
Please,
and
sir.
law
No,
enforcement.
sir.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. That's the problem these days.
It's just one of those things. You don't give them it's easy enough to play the game and not give them a reason to be a bigger dick than they need to be or can be.
And then all
so you
my
might as well just be like, "Yes, sir. My
my-
apologies, sir.
Yep,
got
my
distracted."
registration and everything is all in my parents' name. The car's in my parents' name because they pay the insurance. And I'm like, you know what? Yep, that's all correct. That's me. I'm Jeff Wojtek. Although it's in my father's name. Yep, that's me.
Maybe you've heard me on podtrash.com.
Yeah, maybe you'll come get me for a real problem. Come on over. Yeah, I live in Pennsylvania. I swear I do. So yeah, it would have been a problem.
Check my IP address. I'm in Malaysia.
Well, I just give them my name, birth date, and when you go and look it up, it matches my father's shit, and they let me on my way every time. Eventually, they're gonna be like, give me your social, and then they're gonna get me.
Hey, I'm down to my last cigarette, so we're gonna end this in a few minutes, and if somebody wants to go on after us, they can do that. But I'm
telling you what my one plan is. I'm waiting until my father dies, and then I'm taking his social security number, and I'm gonna be 2 fucking people. Probably shouldn't have said that out loud, huh?
Yeah, I was going to say, Ixnay on the people to a.
I'm just saying that it's a feasible thing for someone who isn't of the same name as somebody else to maybe possibly do that.
Yeah, keep collecting that fucking check every month.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
Yeah, dude, there's people that are like
to fuck
100.
you over?
There's people
Like,
that are
what
like
the fuck are you talking about?
157 still getting fucking Social Security checks. It's crazy.
Yeah, and they're at the fucking casino cranking it away on
No,
a slot
they're like
machine.
really 157, and someone's getting their checks. Like
Yeah.
it's not possible for them to be that age and still receive it. It's getting paid out. It's crazy.
Weirdos.
You know, they spent their whole life putting in. Why can't they spend another lifetime
Because
taking out?
their some fucking son or whatever is still getting their check and cashing it.
People.
Good.
We got breaking up a little. All right, gentlemen, thank you for calling in. We're gonna put an end to this. We're almost at 3 hours, so.
Yeah, run away. Bye.
All
I
right.
appreciate you. You're the best.
All I have to say is shame on Booney.
Yeah,
Hey,
shame.
Biggie, he'll have an
Shame.
excuse tomorrow.
Get the bell and ring it.
Shame.
Yep.
He'll have an excuse. I'm waiting to hear it, but.
Yeah, probably another bachelor party, right?
Yeah. I was sleeping. I didn't know, or something stupid.
He's probably listening right now.
Probably. All right.
Well, shame on you, Booney.
Thank you, Chuck.
Hey,
All right.
Charles, take care of them dindus.
I don't.
Oh,
Bye, dude.
I think I just saved us from a racist comment. He was about to go into Dindus.
I think he was gonna claim he didn't know what they were.
Yeah, I'm down to my last cigarette. I'm gonna need to
Go.
buy cigarettes.
I'll see you, my friend. Soon, my friend.
But I think we'll go. Hold on a minute. We got a few
Oh,
minutes.
all right. I'll hang out with you, whatever you want.
I'm gonna smoke this last cigarette.
We'll do it. I'm gonna smoke this last fucking. Yeah, I'm gonna have a cigarette myself because I love cigarettes.
And this
never
will.
had one.
Yeah, the house is sold now, so now I'm just kind of waiting. And there's a whole thing with we have a sunroom in the back that my dad built many years ago, and they're having trouble getting a fucking permit for it because there's like some bullshit about what it's built on top of, and now they're like, oh, we're gonna have to probably dig it up and look at the foundation of the sunroom, and that's gonna cost a shitload of money, so it's delaying the closing. But the house is sold, so.
What was the original closing date right now? If you didn't have that bullshit.
Supposed to be out of here by Thanksgiving, but now it's looking more like it's going to be delayed till maybe December. So
fuck.
But I mean, you know, whatever. It's
Well-
already done, so it's just a waiting game from this point on.
Well, the problem is, if it fucking really gets cold out, beginning of fucking November, dude, they're not gonna be tearing shit up to look at anything. So, please get it done early.
The other thing is like when you're moving out, they like to come to the house and measure for like carpet and shit. So then even though the whole letting people in the house open house shit is over, there's still gonna probably be moments where they're gonna want to come here, and I hate it. I hate fucking.
Some guy wants his laser level and he wants to go beam, 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 every fucking direction in every place. I've been there. I tried selling this place before and it was a nightmare.
Oh, well, Bailey is saying she left 2 voicemails, so I guess I'll get to listen to those and verify for you guys if she actually is a female, because there seems to be some controversy over whether Bailey's actually a female or not.
And if you are, Wush is allowed to play it on the air because anything left on there is fair game.
Well, I'll ask her first.
No.
If she doesn't want it on there. I asked you. I gave you that
All right,
courtesy.
well, no, I don't.
I think it's interesting to hear it. I definitely would want to play it. But.
Dude,
So if she was willing to call in and speak, then I don't see why she wouldn't care. She would care if her voicemail was played.
Play mine. We'll play us out on it. It'll be funny.
I don't. It's part of the
Not
break
queued up.
break thing. Yeah.
All right, no big deal.
take
But yeah, mine was a little out of control. Hey, I've got a good thing handled on my substance abuse. Oh my, how did it go?
I don't think it doesn't let you play voicemails live. I don't think.
Hey, I'm good. No problems over here, Wush. Hey, how you doing? That was my fucking phone call.
I think I got my demons under control.
Well, smacking the fuck out of a plate with a razor blade. Oh, fuck's wrong with me?
Okay, she says feel free to play them, so I will play them. I definitely will.
Good. She answered while she's still inebriated.
Yeah. Artie Fees, read some of the chats here. Back to the long Wush Boon, still an empty feeling inside. Artie V, I think there's always going to be an empty feeling inside. It might be in your head, I think.
Yeah. You might need to just get a couple kids on your lap and you'll be good.
Yeah, jerk off or something. You'll figure it out.
No, just children.
Chuck Steak says she has ambiguous genitalia, Bailey. So she might be a woman but have a penis.
Booney would like you.
So Bailey, I think you're gonna have to show me that you do not have a penis, and I could verify that as well. That I won't play on the show though, so that'll be private.
Please do that for Wush so he can verify.
Every female here has to send a photo proof that they have a vagina.
And you have to go in with the speculum and show us the cervix. Otherwise, we know it's not for real. You're just post-op tranny bullshit, okay?
No. I will not put a speculum in there, I promise. I will.
You're not.
I will inspect.
She is.
Well, no, I don't. I don't want that. It's
well,
disgusting.
if you don't see a cervix, it ain't a girl.
That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I agree.
We need to spread it open with a speculum to see if you have a cervix.
Yes.
Could it get any more clinical and gross?
No.
I don't want that. No, but I will inspect. I'll check. I'll make sure everything's down there is going good and it looks normal.
I mean, a doctor can make it look like you ended up with a clitoris and a hole and all that.
Clean it up before you show me too.
Yeah, it's
nicely trimmed and everything. Just so it's not hidden and I don't have to pot the hairs.
Speaking of, my girl's like all self-conscious about hers, and it's like fucking the most goddamn beautiful thing on earth. And
every girl is self-conscious.
Right.
About that.
I'm like I'd fucking eat that thing until fucking next year, lady. Ugh.
I've seen girls who think they have big labias and they're not big at all. When you see them, and you're like, oh, what the fuck are you talking about? I think they're too big. And then you're like, it's like amazing.
I'm like, yeah, and my penis is too small, so whatever. She's like, no, it's great. I know, I know I get that compliment, but, you know, I still feel that way, so get over it.
Wait, you get the compliment that your penis is too small?
No. I get the compliment that my penis is nice, and it's perfect size. It's great. Like, you know.
Guys don't realize that.
Deep hole, medium size.
Literally, you only need 3 inches to reach the G-spot.
I got it.
And width is more important than length.
That's for sure.
Key. That's key. They care more about width because it fills, fills the hole better. So that it actually rubs against the spot. That's what you need.
She likes the Dirt Nasty song about me.
The who? What?
The Dirt Nasty song about me.
The fuck are you talking about? What?
Big nose, beady eyes, meat pole, medium size.
I have no idea what you're telling me.
It's called Animal Style.
Animal Style? This is a song?
Yeah, I'll get it. Hold on. Send it to you.
Yeah, to play us out.
To play us out. What does that mean?
Here, last calls from 714, real quick. 714, 1 minute left. Quickly, what would you like to say?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Bailey.
Oh, is this Bailey for real? How you finally got through?
For sure, Bailey. I thought I'd give it one more shot, but who are you?
So did you have to dial the star 82 first?
Yeah, but somebody put in there star 87.
That is why, yeah. Unknown numbers, you can't take unknown numbers.
But then I went elsewhere, and I dialed direct, and I left 2 voicemails because I kept hitting busy.
To activate anonymous call reject.
So now would you like to dispel the rumors that you are indeed a female and you have a vagina?
Well, what do I do?
It's star 87, I'm an idiot.
I don't know, you have to show us, I guess.
Show you? I'm not showing you what I just heard I was supposed to show, but...
Well, how will we tell then? How do we know? Because a guy can sound like a female if he really wanted to. You have to see how feminine your voice can get and prove that you're a woman.
What, do you want me to get all breathy?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No.
Why do you think people don't believe that you're a woman? What do you think that was about?
Well, because I think most of the women in here know each other, except nobody knows me. So, yeah, I mean, except for chatting.
You don't think? I think one of the things was that they saw that you didn't create a Twitter account until recently. But I'm thinking you probably do have one, but you just didn't want to share it. Is that the case?
I have a work one, yeah.
That's what I thought.
But I didn't follow any of this, and because it's a work one.
That was the thing, because I think people figure, well, how does she know so much about, the other shows going on if she's not on Twitter? Because they're kind of, you need Twitter to follow all that nonsense. And I think that was the problem.
I've been around Podtrash for about a year, so that's how I know a lot of stuff.
Has it been that long? You've definitely been here for a long time before any of that crap went down. So, and I did hear the provenance of how you found Podtrash, and I think it sounds legitimate to me. So,
well, thank you. If not, change me to a guy, and I'll stick around. So
what if you had to do a guy voice? Give it to us. Someone on
Hey, big boy.
I tried to chat guy the other night, and I didn't do very well.
I could do a girl voice. Ready?
Well, we know that.
Hey, Bailey, this is Joanna. How you doing? Did you buy
high pitch? No.
Who's high pitch?
Right. That sounds more like it.
Did you get all my calls from Boots' show earlier?
No.
I think Bailey sounds lovely. She sounds like a female to me. I believe it.
Sounds like maybe a tranny, though, man. I gotta see cervix.
Oh well, maybe I'll go to charm school of some sort. I don't know.
Just go to the OBGYN and send me a report. It's cool.
Well, you are one of the prominent females here, and I appreciate your
I'm kidding. I appreciate you too.
Contributions to the chat room. I think you should call in more.
Well, this is a first, so we'll see.
There's a first for everything. It wasn't so bad, was it?
I was kind of intimidated after the chat the other night, so I'm.
But you showed up to prove yourself. I think that's commendable that you did that, and now people have to believe.
What night was that, on Tuesday?
Huh? Well, it got a little crazy, but I don't know. I mean, I just don't do that kind of stuff, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Bailey has never kind of been in the middle of any controversy. She doesn't start fights with anybody. I think she's been a positive influence on the site, I think.
I think I have been too, except for like 2 or 3 things.
Well, we have a habit of attacking people.
Janella says I'm a guy, so whatever.
Janella just wants to be the alpha female. That's obvious.
Hey, I'm behind her 100% if she wants to do that.
I don't need an alpha female.
People are asking if those legs on your Twitter are actually your legs, and they're saying they're not.
Okay, well, they're not. Then, I mean, what do you say? Oh, now I'm supposed to show other things. Well, see, these are the reasons I don't call into these things. I just wanted to somehow prove I am female. So I'm not showing anything else.
What's an infamy talent?
Huh?
An infamy talent.
What are you
What's
saying,
that?
Wojtek?
Yeah. J Dummy told me that she's got too many infamy talents, so it means she's a boy.
Oh.
I'm trying to read what the hell this means, because he's like...
Infamy talent.
He's like too smart for me, I guess.
Too smart for all of us, it seems.
I guess.
Don't feel bad, though.
Take pills.
Don't feel bad, though, Bailey, because that's kind of how it goes for everybody. Everyone who shows up here, nobody believes anybody, and they want you to prove yourself, and that's kind of the way it goes. So you're not singled out in any way. It's happened to everybody.
That's okay. I'm fine.
I'm glad you're here, and I think that you've been nothing but a good addition to the site, so that's my stance on it.
Well, we'll see. But anyhow, I just wanted to give you a call, and I did try, and you'll hear my voicemails as well, because something wasn't working.
Okay. Well, thank you for calling then. You've done
You're welcome.
all you can do.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you for your call.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, there you go, guys. You've heard Bailey now. Rumors dispelled and mystery over, I guess. Bailey is a female.
Yes, man.
And everyone, the world can move on now.
Thank God. I mean, she like asked one of Janela's friends to call us and pretend it was her.
Oh no, there's another part of the mystery. It might have not been Bailey. It might have been someone else calling in and pretending to be Bailey. That is true.
Yep. Mark it down. Conspiracy number 99.
Yes, Pod Trash is full of conspiracies. Everything is not what it seems. It's all fake. Or is it real? You never know. Is it a parody of itself?
The world's an illusion. All they tell you is lies.
I want to thank Jay Wojtek for sitting in for our former co-host. Apparently, I don't know where the fuck he is. Or maybe he's dead. Maybe he's in trouble. I feel bad. I'm worried about Booney.
I'll be here next week if he screws you over.
I will carry the torch for sure. I enjoy doing this, so I'm not gonna. If he's done and he quits the show, it would be a big blow to the show, and I would be upset.
Right.
But ultimately, I'm gonna continue.
Well, if you want help ever, I'm certainly.
I think I'm gonna get a message from him later tonight. He's gonna be like, "I fucking
sorry.
fell asleep." And
Yep,
he'll be
or at least
back.
by tomorrow or Monday at the latest, telling you how sorry he is.
I think he gets 3 strikes though. 3 strikes and you're out.
Fair enough. How many I got?
Same thing, 3. You've already expelled one of them.
I got 1.
Yeah, your outburst.
Alright, can you give me my blue lime?
Yeah, maybe.
You're the man.
Thank you guys. We'll be back next week, Fridays at 10 p.m. Eastern. Washing, who knows? And thank you to everyone who called in.